Hello.
Hello.
Like a dragon here. Hi everybody. Hi Sam. Hi David. Hi Jeff.
Welcome in, guys.
How you doing?
I'll tell you exactly how many seconds I am behind because of the counter. 7 seconds on my TV.
Oh yeah. It's probably different. To be honest, I've got a TV above me, so I probably could put that up as well.
Did you enjoy that, Jeff?
Did you see that, Rob?
Jeff enjoyed the countdown. Yeah, I did.
So that was Jeff had already seen that. Jeff
Oh,
had
I
already
do.
seen that bit of
That,
video, and it was
that was
just
a first for me. That Glenn.
I sent it yesterday.
Oh, did you?
I sent you that video yesterday. Yeah.
I've had a sleep since.
Hi, David. Yeah, I had a serious sleep.
Hi,
Um,
David.
so yeah, absolutely gutted. I got up this morning. Um, so I had a really rough night, and long story short, I got up this morning. I was going to get up at 5:30 a.m. and I got up for the toilet, got back into bed at 5:30, and thought I'm just going to get up. I was couldn't fall back to sleep, tossing and turning. So I put my head on the pillow and I fell asleep. Got up, thought I'll check my phone to see what time my delivery's coming, and my email said missed delivery, 7:57 or something. So your man was knocking the door at
Yeah, they came to man. They came
7:57.
to man early.
I never
When
heard
the,
him at all. I must have been absolutely unconscious. And then what I did was I, I rang the APC 0800 number. I rang the APC number, put me through to my local branch. Woman was really helpful. She rang the driver and said the driver said that he'll try and get back this afternoon. So to be honest, I didn't hold out much hope. I thought they were just fobbing me off, and I took the address, asked them what time they were open to. Asked them what time they were open to. Sorry, my phone's telling me to take medication. Asked them to what time they're open to and what time they're open on Saturday. So worst case scenario, I could have drove over to Birmingham. My screen's lagging again. I can see it, so he must be gaming the hell out of it. But they came back. So well, as you've probably seen, I put a little video out of what we've got. A little unbox.
yeah, I liked it where you got the dates all wrong.
Oh yeah, who knows what day it is? Ain't nobody got time for that. So it was. I think it's the 27th today. So I finally worked out that it was the 27th
Yeah,
today.
Friday the 27th, Saturday the 28th.
So I really want to show you guys some photos of what's on offer from me tomorrow. I know you've had a look at the unboxing. And I didn't open them, if that makes sense. So I've took some photos. I've got them loaded up here. We can sort of put those up on screen. I am going to put up another lot. Well, there's in the description of the auction tomorrow. There's a lot list, a list of lots. I may put some other stuff up. Depends how it goes. Hi Kim. Depends
Hello,
how it
Kim.
depends how it goes. But on another note, do you remember? Do you remember where I got my tanks from, Rob? When I drove down to Bournemouth, you know, all the low boys.
I thought it was Brighton.
Well, that guy is packing
David.
up. David, yes. So David is packing up, and he has got loads of like brownie type booses, all on wood and everything. And
Oh yeah.
I said I'd help him shift them. So there may be a couple tomorrow of some of the much rarer booses. He's going to get some
Attached to pieces of wood and that.
all attached to pieces of wood and stuff, all
Oh.
rooted onto wood.
Hello,
Um,
Kim.
but he's packing up completely,
My
and
name's Kim.
to be honest, if I'd got the room and the money, I'd probably make him an offer for everything. But
I'm
if
surprised. Why haven't you done it? Why didn't you do that on a commission base?
David Sound, he'll look after me anyway. I know he will. So David Sound, he's been really helpful for me as a view over the years. So yeah, but he's selling up completely. So there'll be tanks, racking, equipment. There'll be loads of stuff that he'll probably put up in lots and stuff. So David helped me get some of my suppliers as
All
well.
right, yeah.
So it was David that helped me get some of my suppliers as well. So yeah, Sam, I'm gonna have to have a look at my phone here. So just a little snippet.
How is
Just
everybody else? Jeff, how are you? David, how are you? Kim, how are you doing? How was your fries? Sam, how's your 420 going?
oh, Rob, you know what else he's got? He's got bags of Amazonia gold.
Has it?
Yeah.
I might need a bag of that, you know.
So let me mini Kea lapis.
Kale Lapis, yes, I know which one that is.
These are,
Daniel's got one.
these are all on wood. 3 different pieces of melon, a couple of
Melon.
different pieces of Malawi blue, Kedagang on wood, dark tears, brownie sugar.
Jeff, as long as you've got good nutrients in your tank, like good soil underneath, Bucephalandra can attach to any wood or rock would do all right in one of them tanks under a low light.
Brownie purple,
Sorry, Glenn.
brownie phoenix, brownie phantom mini, brownie metallica, brownie boyan, brownie blue, boyan purple, to name a few. And a lot of these are big grown in pieces on wood.
Well established then.
Yeah, starglitz, and those are the ones.
Starglitz.
Yeah, starglitz.
It has a different name though. I'm sure it's blue. Blur.
He's
Blur.
called it starglitz, but I know that he put names on all of the racks.
He's been getting his boost from the EU, hasn't he?
Do you remember when I was getting the clumps?
Yes.
That's where from.
Yep. I thought so.
That's yeah, that's where from. So cooking.
That's a nice gesture. Congratulating Jeff on 1K subs, Glenn. Nice touch. Congratulations,
Thank you.
Jeff.
Yeah, congrats,
Everyone give
Jeff.
Jeff a big congratulations. He thought he
So,
wouldn't get. Jeff thought he wouldn't get 1K before Christmas. I said, "Sure up, silly sausage."
so Kim said, "Is that you, Rob?" Rob, no, Rob isn't this good looking. This is Glenn.
I'm here. 1 second. I'll get myself on camera. If I can fucking. Oops, swear.
So yeah, that and that's just a hint of them, Sam. There's loads more. Loads more. Isopod. Isopod lover. I like it.
I got
Kim
it
says
made.
Kim says hello, Rob. Let's congratulate Jeff. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I changed this earlier. Well done, Jeff. Hi, Joff.
My beard's ready for Christmas.
Mine's hopefully my moustache will be out here like Dr. Eggman out of Sonic soon enough. Hello, Rye.
Hello, Roy.
Group hug.
Group hug.
Already congratulated him. He only
What
gets
does
one.
that mean for me, Glenn? I'm just changing the camera back. Sorry. What does it mean? Presentation? Can I present something?
If you've so on a computer, I can put a presentation up now, and run through a presentation, be that video slide, stuff like that.
Ah, right, okay.
However, because I've only purchased the base model. If it's anything over, I shoot in 4K. I used to shoot in 8K, but then because of YouTube, I had to sort of edit it down to 4K, and it was just a waste of space on my phone. So
Hi, Mike. Hi, Ray. Welcome in.
I tried to upload a small video, but what I should do is, if I'm doing stuff for here, I should do it as 720 because that's all this pushes, and then it'll be obviously smaller.
Hey, Glenn. Do you know that if Chuck Norris made fish tanks, they'd be bulletproof?
Bulletproof fish tanks. Nothing wrong with that. You can tell it's cold here. Look at all the steam coming out of my mouth.
We've had the eating on, Glenn. We've had the central eating on.
I haven't put it on yet. Hello,
We
Mr.
did.
Ellen for Fish. Jeff's dropped a link in for Rob's channel. There is one that pops up for Rob Jeff soon.
Thank you, Jeff.
He's on StreamYard. I can jump on and say hello if it's good. I can put the link in. We're on Restream, not StreamYard. So I can put the link in. Before we do that, I just want to quickly go through some pics.
Yeah, go ahead.
So these are just photos that I took today. And for a bit of fun, what I've done is all of my lots are called something. So Tales of the Crypt Part 1, Tales of the Crypt Part 2, Booze and Juice.
Booze and Juice.
Booze and Juice, yeah. I've got one that's called can't remember. In fact, let me just pull a screen up. Boost Baby.
Boost, baby.
So I've got a lot that's called Boost Baby. Let me if anyone does, let me put these up and I'll put the link in afterwards. So
Yeah,
these
yeah.
are very quick photographs I've took today with wet hands, so excuse the quality. I'm just going to pop onto these now. So we've got Bucephalandra Lamondow. Don't know if you can still, yeah, I can still hear Rob. We've got Bucephalandra Catarina, which is a thin-leafed. Sintang, so there's a couple still from the last one. Biblis. Thea Red. Was this? I've got one of these with the flower. It might be the green actually. A Thea Green. I think the Thea Green flowered, or it did flower. And then these are the crypts that I know Rob's keen to have a look at.
Second, I'm just in the background, just sorting a problem out.
So we've got Cryptocorini Walkeri. I don't know why all the crypts end in an I. We've got
Why not?
Cryptocorini oh, it actually says mix brown there, and it shouldn't. It should be Wenditii. They should be Wenditii browns, they should. Crypt Petchy. I'm missing one, I think. I should have a Nevellii as well.
Nice.
I'll find it.
Welcome in, Rainer.
We've got Petchy. We've got these Liliopsis Nova Zelandia.
If anybody wants to see the Nova Zelandia established, do you want me to take you to it now to show someone what it looks?
You can do. I'll
Yeah.
have to go on to. I'll have to go back onto us.
Just that's all right.
And put you on the big screen.
That's Senpad's.
Nice.
That plant's from Glen. Them plants are all
Rainer.
from Glen. All these plants are from Glen. But that's how it grows.
I need to try and find.
There you go, Glenn. You can put it back.
I need to try and find. I've lost a picture somewhere. So that's Petchy. Those are those pads, and I put my hand there as reference. The massive. and I'm 6'3", so you can imagine the size of my hands. And then we've got the Ritala orange juice as well. But let me see if I can quickly put an image up here, because I do have, or did have, desktop. Where are my? There. Help if I name them, wouldn't it? Let me see.
Welcome in, everyone. Is
Bear
that
with me.
is that orange juice?
Yeah. I've got a feeling. I know it's on the side, but I've got a feeling that's the I know why I deleted it, because I took the picture the wrong way. That's the Neveli. So that's quite a green one. So yeah, they're all mixed in bundles anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Just catch up on the chat.
Roger that, Captain. Roger that.
And then what I'll do then is I'm in my my kitchen, hence me in the background. So my PC's in the kitchen. But what I'll do is, if somebody wants to copy, paste, there you go. If somebody wants to pop in, there's the link. I took the stream to Facebook off. I just
Yeah.
streamed it to YouTube.
I can do it on my stream elements where I can stream. I can not on StreamYard. Sorry, I can stream to my Instagram at the same time as well.
Insta and Facebook, but you can't do all three unless you pay for it, I think.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Roger
Thanks,
that,
Jeff.
Captain.
Right, I've got someone who've got Rye. Boom. Hello.
All right, are you good?
Hey, how you doing? It's a bit
Not
dark
too
where you
bad.
are. Did you just light up?
It is.
Just flick a lighter then?
I hide in the dining room out the way of everyone.
Oh yeah. Well, that's where I am, to be honest. But it's a kitchen diner, so you
Yeah,
might see the odd body walk past. 2 seconds, guys.
pasta.
I'm just gonna grab my cup of tea. 2 seconds, because the wife
How are you
put
doing, Ryan? How are you doing?
Ah, we're good. All good. Just chilling, watching the fish.
As you do.
Oh,
Beat shitty TV.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I swear. It's a nightmare TV, I swear. I don't know how anybody watches it.
We don't have a TV
It's
license now
terrible.
because we stream everything apart from BBC. If it's on BBC, I just won't watch it.
That's the way forward, to be fair.
I let the guy come in. I'm like, here you go, silly bastard, fuck off.
the
Uh,
ball, the Ball Broadcasting Corporation.
Yeah, I let him in, Glenn. I thought, do you know, I'm sick of I'm sick of them wasting paper. We'll get a letter every month. Do you know the red letter?
Yeah.
Piss off. Enough said.
As
Anyways, how
long
we
as
doing?
as long as you're not streaming live to air, they can't do anything. If it's pre-recorded, they
Yeah,
can't.
but if it's on BBC Media Player, they can. Because to get Media Player, you have to apply for a license.
you have to do some, don't you? Like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Uh,
So,
You have to sign.
which makes their machine in the room go ding. Oh, there's a new debt collector. New debt to collect.
Let me while you guys are there, let me see if I can find this. Let me open that picture. Zoom into that.
I'm the 6 foot,
Oh, that is Novelli.
52 kilo skinny skeleton.
My leg's way more than you.
Let's.
Oh, it is bad, to be fair, though.
How do I save this?
I'd rather be that way though, mate. If to be honest with you, especially
Oh,
with my
automatic save.
bad back, it'd done my bad back for welder good being not a fat cunt.
good.
Let me I'm gonna put that picture back up now that I've changed it. There you go.
It's a nice plant, that, though.
So that's the. Oh, it's still uploading.
Hi,
That's
Gavin.
that's
David
the.
Ward. Good David Ward's on, Glenn.
Hi, David. We were. Your ears must have been burning earlier. So I was speaking to David earlier, and I've gone through. I didn't see Gavin pop in.
I just saw him say hi, Gavin, so I assume.
So he's probably called me Gavin instead of Glenn. But yeah, I was just going through some of the stuff that I haven't put the pictures up, but I was just going through some of the names of what you've catalogued, David, and a bit of interest from a couple of parties. So a few people are a little interest, yeah. So a couple, I think there's 3 or 4 on here from the UK at the moment, and the rest are US and Canada maybe.
Yeah.
I wish I could grow plants, to be fair. Yeah, I just nuke them, literally.
It's not as mate. It's not as hard. It's not as hard now. There's more now. You know more about plants than you used to be. They're a lot more forgiving. The ones that was out 10 years ago was grown in really different conditions to say our tap waters. So they never did good.
I think as well, a lot of stuff that used to get sold in shops years ago was I couldn't grow a plant to save my life. Oh, we've lost him. I couldn't grow a plant to save my life years ago, but it's understanding their requirements, I think.
Plant soil and a bit of nutrients, a good light. No, you don't. Well, CO2 if you want to go down that route, then you can't go wrong.
If shallow tanks, and you've found this yourself, Rob. 33 sunburst, bubble tip anemones, lovely. Sam's gone the UK massive. Here he is. We lost him. Let's put him back in.
Yeah, I tried spinning the camera around and I knocked the whole thing off.
If your phone's got auto rotate, if you turn it, it will go horizontal. But if you try and turn the camera around to show us tanks, if you go into settings,
You click the button on the button at the bottom with the 3 dots, and you click on that
settings,
and then it'll show you camera. It'll show you video settings.
Camera.
And you want
yeah.
it's the bottom one turns it round. That's it.
There you are.
That's the only plant I can keep. I don't even know what it is.
Anubias.
Anubias. That's the my pistol I was going about there.
Oh, I had one of them. Is that a VR fire?
It is.
Yeah, I thought so. I had a pair.
That's the female there.
The female looks
got like
a miniature male.
Male.
Do you know what you want to try if you can't keep plants? You know the old ceramic type plant pots?
Oh, yeah.
Get some of the old little ceramic type plant pots, plant in them into aqua soil, and just cap with fine gravel.
Sand, and then put your plant in, and then when you come to clean your tank, you just take your plant pot out with your plants in.
Oh, yeah.
It's easy like that.
To be fair.
And then you can move them around if you want.
A lot of breeders, a lot of Asian breeders do them like that because they don't like plants in the tank, so they've come up with having plant towers where they can just pick them up, take them out, clean the tank, pop it back in.
Yeah,
that's what's a nightmare about when you breed fish as well, because you've got to have everything that's movable, otherwise when you try and catch the fish, it's just an absolute nightmare. And so
it's the same with shrimp as well. So you'll find that a lot of shrimp keepers have started to use ceramic pots with a bit of planting, so that if they need to, they just lift the plant out, catch the shrimp to sell, and away they go. A lot of people use bare bottom tanks, and they'll use soil in pots for that reason, easier to clean. But the plants are obviously absorbing nutrients from the waste from the shrimp and stuff as well.
Thank you very much as well, Jeff. I've just seen your comment.
That's,
They'd be even better if they didn't eat the eggs all the time. It's a nightmare.
Have you tried this method? Have you tried this method? The minute they lay the eggs, right? I'm going to show you something. Where they lay the eggs, put a piece of slate under. Try and put a hide what's not got a bottom on, so it's like a coconut, for instance. Cover it over. The minute
Oh,
they
yeah.
lay the eggs, take the hide off, take that out, and put in a tub with some water or some meth blue.
Oh yeah.
That's how I did
I
mine.
know I've hatched ram eggs. I
Yeah.
used like a ceramic plate, and I
Yeah.
put the ram eggs because they kept eating them, and I put them in a fry ring, and they hatched straight away. But
Yeah.
I'll have to probably try that with the pistos.
I love
You've
a
got to
pistol.
sneak in and take the eggs. But without touching the eggs. What better way than on a piece of slate?
Slate
Weird.
Melvin's in the
The
building.
pistos are weird. Melvin's in the building. Oh, Melvin.
How you doing, Melv?
My name's Jeff.
We got Jeff and Joff.
Joff and
So
Jeff. Here's
the
a
other
good
night,
sketch show, the Joff and Jeff show.
the other night on Jeff's stream, I said, if we get Jeff to so many likes, he'll do the "My name is Jeff" live on camera, and he didn't do it, and we got him all the likes as well.
Yeah, we got him more, Glenn.
So
He
yeah,
has to do it with the magnifier as well.
you owe us a "My name is Jeff" next time, Jeff.
Bless him.
So
But
what were those? What were those epistos?
The fire reds or something.
VHA fire.
Reds.
Vieja.
VIAJA fire.
Fire.
I don't know if it's the
It's
one or the
pronounced
two
really
though.
weird.
There's a one and there's a two. There's one that looks normal and there's one. It might be the fire two, the VAR two.
That's the two in it.
Yeah. I've done all my pistos. I loved them. I love doing the pistos. Because I only had, at the time, I only had small tanks. So I was like, what could I do?
I kept the rams before, but
I bred rams as well, didn't I, Glenn?
Yeah.
I bred black rams. I bred blue rams. I bred longfin rams. I've done quite a lot, really.
Your pisto tanks, Rob?
And there was Agassiz steel blues.
Yeah. What was your Look at that. Vieja. With a on the J. What did you do the epistos in, Rob? The 25s?
37 litres.
Oh yeah, small, yeah, bigger ones.
Clear seal tanks, 37 litres. Well, they're actually nearing on 38 litres. But they're a 40 by 25 by 30. No, 40, 30, 30.
See, too tall for where I can get them.
I'll stand corrected. It's 40 long, 25 deep, and 30 high. 37 litres.
It's the height that'll kill me. But to be honest, on that top shelf, theoretically, I could do.
Let me just grab this baby rabbit snail. I'm finding baby rabbit snails everywhere, guys. There's another one.
I could do a 50. I could do a 50 long, 25 wide, 25 tall. I could probably go to. It's 1200. I could probably go to. If I wanted to get 4 on there, I'd need that size.
The fucking Congo just swam in the net, the stupid bastard. Okay. I'm just catching baby rabbit snails up. I'm going to have loads, guys. Then I'll probably have loads of rabbit snails up for auction in a few months.
Sound.
Has anyone tried this food? I don't even know what it's like. I just ordered it.
Show me. I'll tell you. I've tried them all. Yes.
I've never tried it.
Yes.
Well, I'll give it a try with the Plex.
What I recommend is crumbling it up a little bit.
Crumble it.
Hikari are at a show I'm going to on Monday, a trade show.
Hikari.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome in, Lee.
Hi, Lee.
Yeah, I just showed the bag of food and instantly the pistols straight there. Literally. Ridiculous. That's
When I do 1,000 subs, I'm going to do a giveaway.
Kim says when she gets to 100, she'll shake my belly and say, "My name Kim.
My name's Kim.
My name Kim. I am a Ruski. I am from Kiev." These discus are eating more food combined than all my fish every day.
I've tried loads of foods, and one of the foods I absolutely love is Tetra Prima. Literally, Tetra Prima is so good.
Tetra Prima, right? If you look at this is Tetra Discus. But if you look at Tetra Discus and then you've seen
It's the
Tetra
same, isn't
Prima, it's the same.
See,
Honestly,
I
it's
used,
so good.
I love it. I love it.
I'm gonna correct your pronunciation again. It's Prima.
Uh,
But
Prima.
I used to feed
This one,
my
they love this one as well. The Aquatic. It's a new one,
yeah.
the Pro Color. But it's like if you watch this, you can get it. You can actually band it into like a big wee fingers. You can turn it into like a clump, or you can do big pellets, small pellets. You can feed it to fry. I've tried it on fry and it works.
I used
I
to
love
feed
the
I used to
Prima
feed
though.
Prima. I used to feed Prima to wilds
Then they've got
wild
that one.
discus in the 90s.
That's soft. That's a micro soft pellet, but that's got mealworm in it, so a bit of protein.
I used to mix it in with, so when I fed live food, I'd feed Prima as well. And then sometimes I'd just feed Prima and they'd take it.
I think it's one of the best out there. Literally.
Let's see, Glenn. Let's test. See if discus touch your colour granules. Shall we put it to the test?
Which is similar to Prima.
Yeah, but it's brown. It smells identical.
Prima.
It smells identical. Right, let's go. Right, I'm just going to grab a big pinch. Also, always put your food beneath the thingy and crush it, because then it don't float up and go in your fucking skimmer.
Yes, John. 8:00.
Here we go, guys. Right. It's gone in.
How much you putting in? Oh, it's the bubbles. Sorry. It's the bubbles. I thought you were shoveling it in.
No, it's a bubble. They're eating it, Glenn. They're eating it. There you are, guys. Glenn's colourful discus, eat it. Yeah, they all come.
Well, they all are munching it on so.
So how much is a pot of Prima?
I paid, when I got mine, I think $17.59 for the. Hang on, I'll tell you what.
Is that a 250ml tub?
No, it's 1,000 mil. 1 litre.
A litre.
I never understand why they do it in mil. It's like, why,
it's
why
crazy,
not
mate.
I don't get it, huh?
That's a good price, that is.
But well, how can you compete with Amazon? I mean,
and free postage.
Exactly. And the food comes from one side of the UK to the other, and it's still free postage. How?
Because of their network.
Yeah, because they've got 1,000 parcels per van en route. They work out the delivery route, and then they're like, "Oh, well, we'll put all these orders together."
So
they always pick my fucking house last.
I normally sell my colour granules for 1,000 mil at $19.99, but I've got them
that's
on offer.
About right.
I've got them
You've
on
got
offer.
To remember, Glenn, your food is Dutch quality. It's not shit food.
Yeah.
Oh, it's made with.
Yeah. It
comes from trying the aqua dip.
Yeah,
I've never tried the aqua dip before.
The foods are all right, actually. They certainly don't pollute the water like some brands, but I ain't going to go into detail with that because I'm constantly testing my ammonias and stuff like that. I just religiously still do it now, just from keeping shrimp. I do it with my fish tanks, so I
I've
can
got
tell you what food rottens the water more than others. I've probably tested them all.
I've got a couple of videos coming out. One of them's a
Hey,
full
where they're eating
tour of
them.
Rob's Fish Room that comes out Sunday. But it's changed massively since I did that full tour because I do my videos quite far ahead and schedule them in. And then I've got another one coming out. I don't know when it's scheduled in. And what we did was we offered it to 10 people, but only 8 people
Fleckos eat the coloured granules as well, so.
only 8 people took up the offer. We asked them what fish or shrimp they keep and what they currently use, and we sent them a different food. So we asked them to send back at least a 2-minute video reviewing the food, the feed response, and rate it on feed response, price, and would you buy it again? And nobody returned a video where. Well, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let you. I'm not going to let you watch the video. But we they were really good, and some people were so impressed with it because it brought fish out that they never see of some of the foods that we sent. I think it was sort of an experiment, really. It was suggested by one of my subs and Dutch Waffle.
Rob's just gone bonkers for the net. Huh?
I'm catching discus shit. Hey, I'm sorry, but I want this tank with that one having the all in the head. I want it. I want the clarity. I want the top clear. I want the clarity in the water, and I want it UV done. And I've got your filter Glen running on it there, next to my arrow. Oh, but there's my arrow machine, guys. There's my big unit, and that's pumped up to. Oh, it goes through an extra resin chamber as well, just for extras. And then
Lee said
it
we buy a
runs.
lot from Amazon.
It runs along the room, along there. Then it comes to this. So when I'm running it, I can tell you what TDS it is.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And then it runs down into the bin. Once that floats up, once that's lifted, the auto shut off kicks in, so my arrow don't waste water.
So Lee said we buy a lot from Amazon, but nothing that really matters. So nothing to do with our gardening or aquatic hobbies. The thing is, if you can get stuff cheaper delivered the next day at no cost because you're a Prime member, and they're brands that you know, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, in 100 years' time, is there only going to be one shop?
Amazon, yeah.
You know what I mean? Although their marketplace, I could theoretically set up on Amazon, but I think the fees are quite high. And there's a couple.
But it broadens your audience by tenfold because
massively.
I spend. I won't even like to add up what I spend on Amazon. Put it this way: I bought 2 foods today on Amazon, and they come to £39 for 2 foods.
I've looked into it. To set up your first product, you have to copy a product that already exists on there. And if you don't, you have to create a product, and then they have to approve that product. And the problem is, a lot of the stuff that I sell, not all of it, but a lot of the stuff that I sell, no one sells on Amazon, or they might sell some of it, but not most of it, because a lot of the stuff I bring in is specialist.
Probably 2% of what you'll do is available on Amazon.
On Amazon, yeah.
Mm.
And
that's how I found Glenn. Literally, I was looking for Cold Drop Rich one, and that's literally how I got in contact with Glenn, and then Glenn linked us to Rob. When
are you getting it? When are you getting it in?
Literally.
Yeah, when are you?
You're the only place I found that had it though. Literally, yeah.
So
have you tried this before?
No. No. But I'm sure I've seen that on eBay. I've seen it on eBay, I think.
It's what do you call it? So it's like, like Rapashi.
Putty, yeah.
It's like a putty.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just roll it in a ball and chuck it in. It's so
It's like
good.
squidgy
I've
bee
got
resin.
something. I've got something similar for white shrimp. So it's a mineral paste
Oh
for
yeah.
white shrimp. So Lee's put with so many tanks, you lot, what are your electric bills like? So I pay £378 a month
I
in
don't look at
gas and
man.
electric.
I don't look at man. I just choose not to
And
look at it. I let the wife pay it, and that's it.
however, people say, "Wow, that's really expensive." But my shrimp room is on a separate meter, albeit linked to this one, so I meter what energy the shrimp room uses. Um, have I got it here? Is it plugged in? Um, and on average, my shrimp room costs me around between £15 and £25 a week. The whole room, dependent on if I leave lights on in the main room, if it's cold, if it's hot, because it's temperature controlled. So I think once in 12 months since I've been metering it 1 month went over £100 to £106. That's the most I've spent in a month in that room.
Mm.
So £25 a week max to run all of that room, and that's heating, lighting,
That's not bad.
filtration.
That's not
I
bad at
know,
all.
I know. But when I set it up, I deliberately went for not low energy stuff, but I made sure that I knew what the wattage of each light was and stuff like that. And I'm OCD with things, so I've got a spreadsheet with the wattage and how many hours a day it's on and what it should be consuming, so I can compare that to what it actually uses.
Yeah.
Sad or what?
Not
I think
sad.
mine
It's
was
just
one.
moving. It's moving with the times, I guess, isn't it? More than anything.
Mine was like £1.13 a day or something for like a 200 litre tank.
So
Uh,
Jeff said you can be an affiliate on Amazon. I actually set up an affiliate system on my own website. So if people are on social media, etc., they can use an affiliate link and they get a kickback if they sell products through my affiliate link.
Oh yeah.
So that's already in place. That's been set up for a year. An affiliate system. So on like WhatsApp groups and stuff, if people are sort of pushing my products and I get sales through their affiliate links, then they get a percentage back, and it pays out automatically and stuff. So that's been in place for ages.
that's what I had from you, Glenn. I put it in a tub.
Oh,
The rich one.
Oh, it's
you
good
didn't
stuff.
buy the
on
you didn't buy the big. Do you know I'm still
the,
using a 30-litre
the
tub, a
Ista.
30 ml tub that I started on it over 2 years ago,
Uh,
and I
it
use
goes a
it
long way.
every water change. Yeah, that one, Rob.
Uh,
If you plan your rack and room well, Lee, you can run a pretty effectively on a good air pump and a large LED strip light. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Well,
my lighting over my tanks, not all of them, but most of them, is literally cheap eBay office lights, strip lights, LEDs that are like £6 each. But the key thing is 6 to 6,500 Kelvin, cool white. You want white light, and 6,500 Kelvin gives you natural daylight,
Glenn, your
and,
food's gone down a treat with discus.
and that's all I use. I do, and they're looking for them, picking them up.
Look, that's there. Look, eating it. Yeah, they're all doing it.
We've
They're
bought
all on it.
but we got told it got lost or I will be arriving late. So when it comes to living things, plants, etc., we don't do it anymore. Have I bought plants off Amazon? No, but I have bought them off eBay. That's dollars, isn't it? Is that just your room or your entire property, Jeff?
Yes, Jeff's asked a question to the panel. What's our next lab inhabitant? So basically, what's our next fish purchase? Man, I'll go first. Man is 4 Lucipinis, Synodontis lucipinis,
Yeah.
and 4 more discus. So I'm up to 10. A shoal of 20 cardinals, and I may just have another tank, another 100 litre tank empty. So I don't know yet.
Mine, dear, don't know if I'm honest. Don't know. Don't
Yeah,
know.
mine's going to be 236 super whites again. So
I don't want to buy.
There's some,
I'm
there's
waiting.
some for sale. There's some for sale right on there. eBay. I've been watching them.
Alright,
Yeah,
So
I've got like 5 already, but I want to add some more.
fresh blood. Yeah, different bloodlines as well. Always a good thing.
I always like to buy them from like multiple sources, so
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, 100%.
makes it stronger.
David says that the room he set up uses 7 to 8 kilowatts per 24 hours in the summer and 12k in the winter. Oh, yours was seriously monitored. I remember all the kit that was set up in there. That was stunning.
Yeah, if you really want to go for it, you can go for it.
I mean, the thing is, what do you know John? What's John's name from? What was his name? John the no, he's not a Geordie. He's from up that way. He
Never,
he, sell,
never trust Geordies.
he sells fish. He's not
Aye.
he's not a Geordie. He's from Hartlepool. What was John's name?
It's a monkey hanger.
Do you know I'm on about? You know I'm on about, Rob
I'm trying to think now, Glenn.
Flint. John Flint.
John Flint, yes, the guy who I
John.
got my
Oops.
rabbit
Yeah.
snails through.
John Flint built a massive shed out the back, and then spent 14 grand on a solar power system,
Yeah,
batteries,
he
and
got it all thermo insulated, didn't he?
and it runs for nothing. I think he actually gets money back.
He don't you thingy his tanks either. He don't heat his tanks. The room's heated.
So my next all electric.
That's good.
See if I can catch up. My I think my next one. I know what my next purchase is actually. I really need to this Iwagumi tank that I sometimes stream from. I really need to get some more simulants, green neons, and a male double red cockatoides.
Oh yeah.
But it's finding one that I like the look of because I found some huge ones that were relatively priced, but there was massive, massive,
Thanks, mate.
absolutely huge. But I do like Apistos. I've always loved Apistos.
That's why
And
I'm setting up a rack of apistos, 4 species.
John Flint.
I'm just gonna nip for a smoke. I'll just put my camera on the tanker while I have a
Yeah,
smoke.
right, man.
You can click a button. There should be a button where you can mute and shut your camera.
Alright.
Yes, there's one on the camera. There's 2 buttons. There's the camera, and there
That's
you are.
it. Yeah, that's it. Let's put Rob on full screen so I can have a vape as well. And I keep muting myself when I vape. Yeah, I like gobies. I do like gobies. So I had some really nice peacock gudgeon as well, which are proper full of character. I wouldn't mind some more peacock gudgeon at some point. So I've done a video about the 40 gallon in the living room. I don't know if I've scheduled it in yet. It's uploaded, I think. It is uploaded. The reason I do loads of videos is because I like the vlogs, but what I'm trying to do is not have a vlog every week. So I
Yeah.
can sort of do a couple of weeks with vlogs and then drop another video in between those.
Yeah.
Hi, little Lee, you annoying one. Thanks for the like, much appreciated. I can't see likes. I can see people in. I can see viewers, but I can't see likes. So yeah, I was really shocked the last few days. That video of your shrimp, Rob, 1,200 views, 13 subs.
What video?
The 4 shrimp for £1,000.
Really?
Yep.
Whoa! Congratulations.
Yeah, 1,200 views. I have took a dead shrimp out of there today, but I think it was one of my females.
You're breaking up a little bit, mate.
I have took a dead shrimp out of there today, but I think it was one of my females because I can still see yours. Well, I think I can still see yours. I can
Oh,
definitely
there's
see the two
lots of new
males.
people in Glen. There's lots of new legs coming.
Hi, Marvel. Hi, Sue.
Oh, Ninja, right by ankle. Oh, where are these all coming from? Welcome in. Ninja, right by ankles.
They're all saying I hit the like.
Has someone shared the stream or something?
Don't know. I just hope they've all put exactly the same thing up,
Yeah.
which worries me.
Moderators will take care of it.
Yeah, I think Jeff's a mod in here. I don't know who else is a mod in here. Rainer might be. Can't remember who I've modded. I'll when I do the when I do the one on Wednesday, the shrimping around one, I'll grab some mods in there as well. Yeah, that's what I thought as well, Rainer. I'm not sure if Rainer's a mod.
Yeah, he's got the spanner next to him.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, I thought it was a bit bottish. The fact that they all had the same thing on there. Not for now. David's asked you a question, Rob.
29 Celsius, 83 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, sorry, Joff. So Joff's a mod as well. Leave them for now, Rainer, and if the same thing keeps popping up, just
If they come
chuck
up,
them out.
Mikey, if they come up again, just remove them and whatnot.
I don't know if from here, what I might do actually, can I get YouTube? Where can I get YouTube up?
Is my picture to you, Glenn? Is my picture blurry?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've noticed that on your streams, like Rob. It's been like a bit blurry when I've been watching. I'm not sure why though.
If I go into
Well,
turn
my son's not here, so I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna save for
no,
packs like these.
So Joff said, "Do you want something out?" No, there was 3 or 4 of the same comment saying that they've hit the like and they've disappeared. But there was like 4 or 5 different names with exactly the same comment. Oh, we've lost Lee.
Rob. Oh.
2 seconds. Button doesn't have a channel, but she sits on one of our cat scratching posts and watches the TV. It's okay. It's me doing it for them. Don't ban me. So Lee, it's Lee, I think. Button doesn't have a channel, but she sits on one of our cat scratching posts and watches the TV. It's okay. It's me doing it for them. Don't ban them. Hi, Mickeys. How you doing? David says used to have a couple of discus tanks. Temp was 2830, but found a mission keeping the plants in good condition. So Rob's what Rob's done? Oh, is it Rob I've lost?
Yeah, Rob's Bants.
Oh, it's Rob I've lost, isn't it?
I'll
So
spin my camera on there.
what Rob's done, David, is he's put aquasol down at the back, capped it with sand, and then he's planted into that, and so far he's doing okay. No, keep the likes. Okie dokie, they're already booted. Oh, Rob is in 18-bit today. No mercy, Myers. It was Lee. Lee was doing it. If you haven't already, please can. Oh, yeah. I noticed Raina booted most of them. The likes were from the cats and the misses. So apologies. They just looked all the same, and it's we had a one with Jeff. We had one with Rob's in chat. We had one with Jeff, and man, the bots were just horrific. And Jeff ended up having to go. Jeff ended up having to go sub only mode to get rid of them. Rob's going to spend 20 minutes in chat. Hello, Rob.
I genuinely wish I could keep plants though, honestly. It's a nightmare.
Said he would get some likes for you. Logged on to the Catch channel, left some likes. It's all out of love. I feel broken-hearted. No one noticed. We just thought it was bots. Sorry.
Yeah, Rob's in the chat now.
Help, guys. You'll have to
Yeah.
you'll have to let us know the Catch channel. We'll sub to them.
Harris. Rob's hit us with the Harris. Geordie seen.
So on what day was it? I did a live in the week, and I tried to do it from here. Oh yeah, I know what it was. I wanted to. I'd done a video of these 4 shrimp for £1,000, and I says to Rob, "I've done the video," and Rob's gone, "Well, release it then." I said, "I want to schedule it in." He's gone, "No, release it." So I wanted to do it live and show the video live. So do a live stream of a video. It was only a 7-minute video, and I couldn't get the video up. It was too big. They wouldn't let me upload it to stream, to restream, and
Rob said you two subs off 800.
I am, yeah. See, the cats could have subbed to me and got me to 800. So yeah, I did it, and then after the premiere, I tried to go live, but it was. I'll work it out. I keep playing with things. It's even the timer. So the timer at the start of this, was you on at the beginning? Were you on at the beginning?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I wasn't.
There was a 30-second countdown, but I'd done a video where it was like the video was all cut to the beat, but it wouldn't let me use the music from the video for some reason. So I've had to use another bit of music.
Music, It's a nightmare trying to find music for YouTube, isn't it?
Raina did ask before. Eco-complete is a type of soil though, isn't it? Oh, don't tell me about it, Lee. Getting old. So I sent Jeff. Rob calls me sick note, and I had a letter come today from Cardiff. He does, yeah. He reckons I'm a hypochondriac, but I took a photo of a letter and sent it to him, and he's gone, "Don't die just yet." I said, I won't die. I says, I'll be one of those people that's still around when I'm 100, just suffering for 30 years. Oh, let's get that one off.
I haven't seen the frogs in ages though.
My
I love
frogs.
them frogs. I swear. Yeah.
I'll do some video of the frogs. So I've got
Yeah.
where's that video? Where's that video? I did a terrarium update because I ripped a load of the plants out of the terrarium,
Oh yeah.
and I think I've got it scheduled in as a video. Little Lee. We should have made it. Should have made sense actually, because it's Little Lee. Yeah, it's a new. Yeah, it is. It's a nutrient heavy soil. Because I've seen people use that Eco Complete and then cap it and plant into it so that the root structure gets into it. So what I was saying was we should have realised that Little Lee, the annoying one, is Lee's cat.
Cat eye.
So can someone pop a link into Little Lee, the annoying one's channel? So it's Lee's cat.
You know the what do you call it? I've got a story of some soil. So my friend, he had like a group of 12
Yeah,
zebra plecos, like
yeah,
fully adult as well. So they're worth like 250, £300 a pop.
yeah.
He's like, right, I'm gonna change the substrate. I'm like, yeah, what are you gonna put in? He's like, Tropica. I'm like, you're not, mate. Like, you're gonna murder your zebra plecos. Like,
Do you know with tropical soil, right? I
uh,
had I I've had problems with them of late. I've moved them now, but I had
uh,
a few orange eye blue tiger shrimp, and they
oh
never
yeah,
really did well. And I thought, you know something, I'm going to test tropical soil for shrimp. So I set a
uh,
tank up, let it cycle, threw these orange eye tigers in. The pH was 5.5 a year later,
what the
and they
hell?
were doing really well. But I wanted to clean the tank and scrub the tank and reset it. So I
Uh,
moved them onto another soil that was 5.7, lost half of them, and I've currently moved them onto a different soil, a soil called Blau Activa.
uh,
I think it is like crushed lava, but I think it's mineral rich. David, crazy cat lady.
what's the sea chem one like? Sea chem do like a weird substrate, don't they? I can't even remember
It's
the name
called
of it.
Aqua Vitro.
Uh,
It's wicked. It's good.
is it good?
It's good for shrimp.
Uh,
Rob will put a comment in of how long it lasts. I reset probably quicker than I need to often, but it's a really fine grain. The only downside to it is it only comes in 2 kilo bags, and
so you got to buy
it's
loads.
about £10 a kilo. Do you know what
Uh,
I mean? So you can't get 8 and 9 litre bags. Um, there's a few soils that I like. One of them's that Aqua Vitro. Hands down, apart from ADA Amazonia Gold, which you can't get no more, but David's got a few bags.
uh,
Hands down, my favourite soil is one that people have probably never heard of, and it's Aquael Halp Shrimp Soil.
yeah.
Only comes in 3 litre bags, and Rob will attest to this. Both of us have set up shrimp tanks with it and never lost a shrimp on it.
Uh,
So how
I
long
love
did you
a quail or whatever it's called. I
Aquael?
love
Yeah.
it. They're so
Oh,
good.
I love them.
Uh,
Well, the that skimmer that Rob's got in his tank, that's an Aquael SAS
oh yeah.
500. They're only small, but they're really mighty. They're
Uh,
I've just put some back on the shelf. I haven't had them in for ages.
uh,
I
I've
haven't
got
had
Aquel heater. I'll show you in a sec.
I haven't tried the heaters. I think
It's really good.
I
Literally
think
crazy good. That one.
I think the reason I didn't buy the heaters was because obviously I don't use heaters, but
Uh,
I bought a load of Simply Heater and Hugo Kamishi heaters, so I've got loads of them on the shelf, and adding more,
uh,
it's just money on the shelf if that makes sense.
oh yeah.
And sort of over my first year, so in my first year, I bought a lot of stuff and a lot of stuff that's got sell by dates on it or best
Uh,
before dates. Um, so I'm sort of learning as I go into my third year what sells slowly, how much of each thing to have on the shelf. So you
uh,
haven't got loads of money on it, and to get stuff that you can. Thank you, Russian Blue, which is Lee's cat. I'm sort of trying to learn what sells, but the thing is, it's cyclical as well. So things are cyclical. So
Uh,
I sold yesterday some Qual Drop foods. Haven't sold Qual Drop foods in ages. But the thing
uh,
with foods, especially shrimp foods, is you can buy a pack of shrimp food and it will last you a year.
uh,
Do you know what I mean? How many shrimp foods do you want? But I do believe in rotation of stuff anyway. So I
uh.
won't feed the same thing day in, day out, day in, day out.
It's kind of
This,
learning your like customer base, isn't it? Like what your customer base wants,
yeah, and
what's
you
going to sell
cust.
more or less.
I'd love to know how many. I'd love to know how many customers I've actually gained via YouTube.
Uh,
People who'd never found me, and have they come direct? So on the website, I can see if people have come direct. I can see if they've come through a link. Um, I've never noticed, but I don't look that hard. I've never noticed if anyone's come from a YouTube link.
uh,
So what you often get is it comes from unknown, or there's another word and I can't think what it is. We'll be getting our second wind 100 plus. Don't know what that means.
I know when I was looking for it, the rich one, there was a
Yeah.
place in Ireland done it, and then there was a place called Happy Shrimp House,
So Jacob,
and then there was
if
you.
if you saw the video that I did a couple of Sundays ago, so not my last Sunday one, the one before, I did a video of Jacob from Happy Shrimp House.
Oh yeah,
So Jacob is the UK distributor of. So Jacob runs Happy Shrimp House, but he's the
uh,
UK distributor for Quadrot products. So if anyone
ah,
sells Quadrot products in the UK, you have to buy them off Jacob unless you drive
Jacob,
over to Poland with a truck. You know what I mean?
uh,
But he come down. He come down and cooked him some food, and he was stuck in traffic for ages. So he lives up in Edinburgh. He's a Polish
uh,
guy, but he lives up in Edinburgh. And I cooked him some Jamaican chicken curry, rice and peas, and I really reined back on the spice. Top of my head's gone there. Look, I really reined back on the spice, and he said it was
are
a
you
bit too spicy. He ate it all, but he said it was a bit too spicy for him.
spicy? Yeah.
But yeah,
I
it was
used to
sound.
them sausage things. Polish people eat like weird sausage things, don't or something. I don't
Oh yeah, loads of
know.
them. Yeah, I
Yeah.
But yeah, it was you rarely see him in pictures, cameras. He's got a YouTube channel, but you just see like a camera and his hands on something. You
On
never
some.
see him, so to get him on camera was quite rare. It was
Oh,
sort of extremely rare, but once I got him in front of the microphone, you couldn't stop him. It was brilliant.
stop
It's genuinely, it's one of my. There's two videos that I've done where I'm just chatting to people. One of them was Jacob. It was just fun. You can tell by my face I'm having a laugh. One of them was
uh,
Jacob, and the other one was my friend from Birmingham who moved to the States, Theodore, a black guy. He
I don't know.
it was over and he looked me up and he came out and I says, "Come on, we'll do a video." And the two of us just having the crack like and a bit of banter. But he's
Uh,
moved to Washington. He got married. He did he worked in Japan for a couple of years doing like an exchange teacher program. So he was
uh,
teaching English to Japanese students, and he met this girl from Washington in Japan years ago, and they met up and ended up getting married, and he's moved to the States. Like,
I watched a video. I think it was a Singapore guy that came to your fish room, but that was a good video. I can't
we,
remember. He said he was in London and then came to you or something. I can't remember. But
oh,
I'm sure he's
Be-
from Singapore.
Benny
I
Tay,
think it was.
yeah, Benny Tay. Short
It
video,
was a good video though.
wound me up. That video did. I'm not going
Huh?
to go there, but it's going south to just ancient. We'll be praying, Jeff.
You know, one thing about the Polish people, though, I was saying to Rob, like I've got a friend who's a Polish breeder around here, and he's trying to give us like 15 discus. It's like, what am I going to do with 15 discus? Like, and the other day he messaged us saying, "Do you want like 80 rummy nose or something?" I'm like, what am I going to do with 80 rummy nose?
What's he doing? Selling them you or giving them you?
No, he just gives them. No, he's just like, yeah,
I-
have them.
I'd I'd find room for 80 rummy nose. I'm telling you, I love rummy nose. I love rummy nose tetra.
He said I've got like 800 Danios, and that's
Wow.
just ridiculous. It's just like I don't need that amount of stuff.
Thanks for
Yeah.
subbing, David. 18
I used
months.
to have little, cherry shrimp,
Yeah,
and I said I'm going to bring you like 30 cherry shrimp,
yeah.
and in exchange he brings us like 15 albino plex, like he brings us like 18 killifish. It's just like, what am I going to do with all
It's
this? Like,
one,
please.
one, it's one
Oh,
fish. It's one fish I've never kept killies. Keep
killies
on.
are.
Oh, please. I don't want to go to bed crying too late, Joff.
I find the killies dead weird because when they're small, they look like a
It's,
guppy. I said,
it's not,
like, when he gave us all them fish, I was like, why you give us guppies? I don't want guppies. And he's like, they're killifish,
to
they look like
anyone's
guppies, though.
a good age. So everyone send Lee a hug.
Yeah, sorry you hear that, Lima.
So oh God, I'm way behind with the comments. The we lost one of the dogs a couple of years ago, and heartbreaking, man, absolutely
Uh,
heartbreaking.
it's horrible, isn't it?
David's got 4 bags of Amazonia gold. It is like rocking horse shit.
Rob saying you'd find room for all the Rominos. Oh,
So we might let me catch up on a bit of this. So amen to that,
uh,
Glenn. Great affordable skimmer. They are good. I really like the Aquel stuff. Going to breed my African claw frogs because I have to get more fish and I really want a puppy. Not for eating, Joff and Kim. I'm missing loads of this. How is everyone? Yeah, you're all right. I don't want to. Excuse me. I don't want to lose the chat. Hi, Glassbox. Right. So I can add a UTM code at the end of the links on YouTube, and it will track in Google Analytics as YouTube to let you track your traffic. I've never really done much with. I did set it up, but they've changed it recently or not long ago, haven't they? Google Analytics. So I never really do much with Google Analytics, but I should only do it in the WordPress site. But I'll look into that. I'll make a note of that actually. If we've got a pen to hand, because
good
that's
old,
worth knowing and seeing what traffic comes from the links.
good old analytics. Yeah,
Boatload of gravel filter plates. I'm thinking of using them on the seahorse tanks with gravel. Any advice for gravel filters? Um, so years ago, when I kept marine, we used to that's all we used. We used under gravel filters, the old super. I want to say super, and it had got a picture of a fish on SUPA super. I
is
think
it
it's like a
superfish?
not superfish,
No,
SUPA super.
I don't
Uh,
know.
and they were just cheap and cheerful. We used to put the undergravel filters down or multiple, and with the uplift tubes, you just run power heads on them. And on
No,
the undergravel filter, we used to use a product called Calcium Plus, a divider, and then coral sand. That's all I ever used. I had a reef on it.
no. My
Hi, Bill.
father-in-law, he got us into the hobby, and he said that like years ago, all it was under gravel filters. And crazy, huh?
So Rob said yes, Rain. A power head on one side and an air lifted on the other. Works a treat with you, Jeff. Morning, Bill. I think we caught up. Cheers, mate. Got lots more planned for shrimp betters, Medica. See, that's something I'd love to keep as well. But I really want to do a garden half barrel pond. Like the oak barrels,
Oh yeah,
just for medical rice fish, and then I'll bring them in the winter.
when
I really like medical. I love medical rice fish.
rice fish. You can culture the thingies as well, can't you? Like like soldier, not mosquito larvae in like a barrel. You know?
Yeah, they can. You can pick up like a half whiskey barrel. The only thing that puts me off is, although I suppose really the amount of water that it would hold is no different to a 10-gallon tank or a 15-gallon tank or a 20-gallon tank. Probably holds quite a bit of water in a
Or
half whiskey barrel. I'm just trying to
I'm
catch up.
just switching headphone. One of my headphones is down.
Medical rice fish, man, I need it. Sorry, I'm flicking through these really quick because I'm trying to catch up.
Comments.
Big logs to catch up on. Thanks for subscribing, Jim's Fish. Much appreciated. So what's this one? Same here, mate. You're all wonderful. You make an old fat happy. Fat happy until you time out. Until you time out. Rob, my brother. I have 2 cats. Yeah, Rob lost the cat not long ago. Jeff lost one of his cats. I'm just
There's
gonna
nothing worse than losing the animals. Yeah, it's
can I
never fun, is it?
how do I copy that?
Oh,
I
you've
can't
hit
copy.
800, Glenn.
I know.
You got 800 subs there.
Thank you, everybody.
Congrats,
Thanks, Rob. I think I like what I love about the medical rice fish is the fact that you can. They're like a little mini koi.
Oh yeah,
Thanks, Jeff.
I've never seen them, to be honest. The rice fish.
Medical rice fish.
Oh,
They're
I'm lost.
massive in Japan. So they're
Oh,
like I haven't researched. I've just seen them. You can get they're like tiny koi, the size of guppies. That's how I want to explain them.
oh,
And I think they originally were bred in. I think they were bred in like the rice paddies and stuff to take mosquitoes and stuff like that. But originally from
that's
Japan,
crazy.
and I think they bred them like koi to get all the different patterns and colours and
Patterns.
stuff.
That's mental.
Kim is Rusky from Kiev. Hamburg Mattens are good.
I've always wanted to try them. I've never tried one, but I'd like
Hamburg,
to try one.
they're good, but they're brilliant in shrimp tanks, but they're a nightmare to clean.
Uh,
So I use the Hamburg Matten towers. You can get like different size Hamburg Matten, so it's the same sponge. It's got a hole in the middle and an uplift tube in the middle.
oh yeah,
And they're like a tower, and stick them in the corner of a tank and stuff, and they're a bit because you can take them out. Whereas what you tend to do with a Hamburg Matten filter is you sort of put it in one corner or one end of your tank, and then you've got soil up against it. So to take it out, you've got to lift it, and they stink. I took one out and binned it, but
I know my friend said they're a nightmare to clean though. She said like when you take them out, all the
thanks,
stuff just
David.
goes flying all over the tank.
Daisy rice fish. So I really like the rice fish, and I've been so tempted to go and buy a half whiskey barrel on so many occasions. And you can get so you can get a little floating filter with a little mini fountain that's solar that just sits on top of the water. A couple of little you can put frog bit and stuff little lilies, floating plants. So you actually make a little pond. You actually make a mini pond. So everyone's saying bye to David. Rob's sniper auction rifle was polished. I think I don't see Japan. See this in Japan. I think they leave rice fish out over the winter, and we've lost everybody. It's just me. In Japan, they leave them over winter in small bowls and they freeze. So I don't know how you'd sort of get on with them here, because Japan's winters would probably be as cold, if not colder, than ours. See if anyone pops back in. If you clean a HMF, you rescape. Yeah, I did. I stripped a tank down. Rob won't buy any of my boosters. He might buy some of the. He might buy some of the ones on wood. Okay. I'll put the link back in. Anyone else wants to come in, you're welcome. You love boost, but you're also a cryptoduct. You're back. You're back with no audio.
Oh,
There
we're
you go.
good now.
Yeah, you're
I was talking to my mother-in-law, and then I clicked the I swiped it by mistake and gone.
Yeah, it's not forgiving. It's not forgiving
It's
at all.
sensitive, isn't it? Like, what the hell?
I'm not sure what else. I haven't got anything loaded up. It's I do like Restream, if I'm honest. It's I don't know if you heard my missus in the background. She hates me going live on YouTube. Hates.
I heard the microwave going. I heard boop boop.
Did you not hear somebody shout? Ain't nobody got time for that.
I didn't.
that was the missus.
I'm just gonna have a quick rip on me vape.
No worries. I mute myself when I go on mine because it's loud.
Mine shouldn't be too bad, like, 'cause it's just
Mine's like a moped engine.
Sound like Darth Vader.
Yeah, sounds like definitely sound like Darth Vader. If people didn't know, I'm a massive Star Wars fan as well.
Oh yeah, well, hell, that's crazy.
Yeah, I love Star Wars, but I was around for the first one. Well, I was around for the first release.
I don't really know too much about it, like, to be fair.
Oh, cool, Joff. That's good. Once I get to the magic numbers, what I like about Restream is where I've put that link in. If I sort of pre-give you a link, I can give you a link where you can run it to your own channel as well.
All right, that's pretty nifty.
So the reason I'm not at the moment is because I need the hours.
And
once I've got the hours and I've hit the target of getting my monetization thing started, then I'll share that. When I share a link with people, Crypt Addict Jeff made me an addict. I'll share it with people and they can stream to their own. But at the moment, I'm still growing, so I need to get the hours up, and everyone's quite happy to say, yeah, that's fine. So I know there's a go live together on YouTube, but if you go live together on YouTube, it's just you and somebody
Oh,
else,
yeah.
but it plays up like mad. So while we're waiting for Mike, should we go through these plants again? So
The
I
good
can
old
show
plants.
I can show you what they should look like, and then I'll show you what I've got. Let's put this one on. And this is my little video in the background. So that's, where's me? There we go. That's Nevelii.
It's nice, that is.
That's Wenditii Brown. That's Petchy. That's Walker Eye. Hello.
Hey guys.
How you doing?
All right, are you good?
That's what the Liliopsis Nova Zelandia looks like.
I love them pad things. Look so
And
cool on
massive
pads.
as well.
Oh,
I mean, the irony is the picture. So the picture doesn't really do it justice. And if I show you what it actually looks like, they're massive. That's what it actually looks like.
it's huge, I know.
Yeah, they are. They're not sort of. They're not 5 centimeter pads. They're like mesh pads that are clamped together. 2 mesh pads.
Rob's saying mine.
Then they're with other lots. So there might be mine, but they're with other lots.
Lots
Mine.
There's a meme in there about that mine.
Am I broken again? What do you mean? Am I broken again? I'm always broken. Have you changed your name to the Fish Keeping Maniac then? Joff.
No, I just decided to
Oh, you put that
use
as
it
your
as
name.
some kind
Yeah.
of slogan, you know? Like
That-
Michael Myers, the fish keeping maniac.
Are those all?
That creates a little bit of a link between my stupidly invented username and linking it to a fish channel, you know? So I had to come up with something original between a killer maniac and keeping fish. I've been thinking about this for the last month, guys.
Are those all live plants?
Yeah, no, those are all live plants. None of them are fake.
What light have you got over that?
That's a Chihiro's WRGB Slim 2, to be
Nice.
exactly.
That's why your pinks are popping then, and I'm assuming that's CO2.
Yeah, exactly. They get a little bit of CO2, about 1.5 drop each second.
Yeah.
And
nice
yeah, the lights. I put the lighting on the setting of for Bucephalandra, which comes automatically with the Chihiro's app.
I've only had the cheaper Chihiros, but they were really good lights. And
Yeah.
I mean that's an expensive light, isn't it?
Well, it was okay because it's only a 60 centimeter one, so it was like around 150 euros, something like that.
See, I'm sure in the UK they'd be equivalent to about €230.
Ooh, that's a lot. That's what I would pay for a 90 centimeter or something.
Or was I looking for a 90 centimeter? I might have been looking for a 90.
Oh yeah, 90 is about 3 foot, American foot.
Yeah.
Yep. And this is only a 2 foot one. That's why I also kept it to a 2 foot little tank. You know, it looks bigger on screen, but it's only a 60 centimeter one.
It looks absolutely stunning.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's really nice.
That's actually like my and it's actually filled with all easy plants if you look at it quite closely. Everything that is in it, I did my research on it, and everything is easy except for the pink flamingos. But the rest is considered as easy plants actually.
What I like about it is it's so colourful, but the way the plants are, like the flamingos and the foreground plants, they look like anemones. So it almost looks like a type of reef, but obviously it's planted.
Yeah, that's true. Now that you mention it, it's true.
What are the red plants that are coming out at the back of they what's it called?
The very tall ones
Yeah,
in the back.
yeah, the red ones. Yeah,
Those are just a second. I've
I think I know what they are. Are they a stem plant?
yeah. Just go Alternantera reneki pink.
Oh, Reniki. Oh, that wasn't what I thought they were actually. I thought they were diamond red, something diamond red.
Oh, yeah. This is from Aquaflora, and it just says Alternantera reneki pink.
Mike's new channel's name. Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, is
It's
Rainer
really
trying?
nice that.
Is
Crazy nice
Rainer's
that.
trying to come in as well? Sorry. Here we go. Let me. Hi, Rainer.
Hi there. Since you're talking about anemones, got a few.
I'm trying to. Why won't that click on there? Oh, I know why. There we go. There we go.
Let's see if we can have. Ooh.
Wow.
I love marine tanks.
How nice does that look?
So nice.
And those are all easy corals. Except for the
It's
anemones.
really nice.
Mike overthought the name.
Antillias, bubble tip anemones, leather corals. What else I got? Some soas, some pumping seniors. Everything that grows easy, basically.
Zinnias are nice. They can take over, can't they?
Everything in that tank can take over and will take over.
They fight each other, don't they?
Ah, they are not that bad. They can grow together.
So Jeff says he's going live at 9 p.m., which is UK. That will be 2 a.m., I think.
And I got today the anemones and the big coral in the back, the leather coral. That thing there.
Nice. I've got really bad memories of a Malu anemone in my reef tank. Destroyed
Yeah,
my tank.
it's not a real reef tank. It's just soft corals, and they can handle it.
I'm assuming by Rob's comments that he's took Auromorph because he's loving everybody at the moment.
That's nice.
Yeah, that is really nice.
The nice thing
Clarity's
is I can have puff of lizard with the corals. I got some eels in the tank too.
what eels?
Two Indian mud Murray eels. So basically freshwater brackish eels.
Yeah, I watched what's his name? Don't shoot me. I watched Paul Cafaro earlier, and
Yeah.
Oh no.
he did a video where he we've lost someone, I think. He did a video where he chose the lowest rate Google rating fish shop in South Florida and went to check it out, and he was shocked that somebody had acclimated mollies into salt water.
No problem. We do it all the time. When a molly gets
Yeah,
sick with some fungal, we just chuck them in salt water.
that's what we. That's
That's astonishing to me because a guy like Paul Cafaro should know that mollies are one of
oh,
the most famous species that you can transition to
Yeah,
saltwater
Paul
food.
Cafaro should get a
Even I
book.
know that.
he's an entertainer, isn't he? But he is good.
He's
I
an
do like.
entertainer.
I
But
like.
he
I
should
Yeah,
like
get a
his
book
style.
about fish keeping and knowing what he's doing in town.
Yeah, yeah,
the thing that you
absolutely.
Not
the thing
not
that you hear
only
a lot about those
spending
guys.
money
He's nearly on. I think he's 30,000 subs away from 3 million subscribers.
My God.
Three
You know what
million.
the worst thing of all is, Glenn? And they such big channels just spread misinformation all the time.
And you know something, I'm like that with a few other channels that I've took information from,
Hmm.
where you've sort of trusted that information and then you've lived to regret that information.
Oh yeah. I
So
what I usually do is double check everything. If I see that stuff comes back, there must be something true to it. If I see that like wild claims aren't coming back or something, then I know like to
I
be iffy about it. You know, not to trust it one.
I research, so if I ever do get Medica rice fish or Medaka rice fish, before I even buy the first components, I'll research them. I'll research, do they have to be brought in over, I'll research, how do they breed, how do you get them to breed, how do they need spawning mops, are they egg layers? I'll make sure I know everything about medical rice fish that I can possibly know before I even buy the thing that they're going to go in.
Yeah,
You,
was
you
the
know,
same with the
100%.
seahorses. You
yeah,
have
that's
to know
usually
beforehand.
the best way to go that anybody with a bit of experience would tell you. But yet again, there are some people that buy three poisonous spiders while not really looking into them.
And getting bit.
Damn it.
Oh,
Well, no, those three spiders that we got. Well,
oh yeah.
apparently, yeah. Well, I thought that
Oh
there were like two venomous poisonous levels, you know, and
yeah.
apparently there's three. There's like a subspecies of spider which is considered as medically significant. That was it. So, and
Medically
apparently we got
significant.
three of those. Yay!
Three medically
Hey,
significant ones.
Yes.
that
Just,
coral,
I'll give
that
you a bit of
amount of
advice
coral
if you
could
ever go.
put the block of people in the hospital.
Oh wow, bladder
Yeah,
coral,
Yeah, they
bladder
can.
coral.
if
Yeah,
you
and the
cook
fun
them
thing
on a
about it
rock.
is there's no anti-venom.
No,
I looked
Yeah,
it up.
just don't ever go and buy yourself half a dozen blue ringed
and
octopus.
they grow like something.
Yeah, I would be that guy showing Rainer, hey dude, look, I got myself some octopus.
Plus, yeah, they're sitting there all blue ringed up, like lighting up.
Yeah, exactly. Rainer going, are you berserk?
So let's
I'd
switch
love
to
See,
to.
the
Rainer,
mildly venomous
I was
stuff.
talking with Jeff before about the prices of some anemones. You know, like those really tiny frags that you see. I think it was at an Aquashella video that I saw some dude like buy like this really tiny anemone plug, and it was $500 or something.
Wow.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
are $60 per head.
yeah, but this one was 500.
Yeah, that was probably a Chicago sunburst.
I'm looking in
Yeah,
this.
it was something that he was saving up for the entire year apparently, and he went especially to Aquashella to get it there. So yeah.
Yeah.
Rainer, have you got the only saltwater catfish that I know of in that tank?
Ah, no, there is more than one. But those are American catfish, basically live in the coast of or Gulf of Mexico.
Brackish.
Yeah, brackish. We sell them as a freshwater fish
Because there's another
usually.
one that's striped, isn't there?
Yeah, the coral catfish.
Coral cat. That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, the coral cat.
But
That's
those are get as a young sold as a mini shark for freshwater.
yeah, yeah.
They
Really?
get 60 centimeters long when they are adult.
Coral cats, beautiful.
That's okay. That's still a manageable size, 60 centimeters. That's
They
Yeah,
if you
are
consider
right now
what if you
about a foot and a half.
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, a
Coral
foot and a
cats are
half
So
to a
beautiful.
as
foot.
him.
Are there, are there I mean, I know these are brackish, but are there any other full saltwater cats then? Because I
Yeah,
thought
the coral catfish are full salt water.
that are they the only full salt? Right.
Ah, there are more than a few species, but not a lot for tanks. They're
Yeah,
usually permanent swimmers, so you need huge tanks, round tanks,
yeah.
like you would
With
have for
float.
a shark.
Yeah, with Flo, because Cafaro's doing a Shark Tank, isn't he? He's paid
Yeah.
$5,000 for a,
My
a, a rare. Is it a zebra shark that he's bought?
He
Are
probably
those
got cat sharks. He maybe will go with almond shark, with an earth shark.
I think he's already paid $5,000 for a
Or some
zebra
black
shark.
tips,
He's
or
getting some
zebra
black tips as
heads.
well. Yeah,
And yeah, a lot of sharks, but you couldn't consider when you got the money for it. So
yeah.
that's my ill.
It's a big
Hey
old pond.
Rainer,
That is.
I don't know if you ever heard me telling this before, but I knew a coffee shop in Holland back in the day, and they had like easily a 10-meter tank, 8 meter, 10-meter long, something like that. And they had two black tipped reef sharks in that.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy to see, man. It was
It's a nice.
I must say the tank was tip top in order. It also had some big moray eels and stuff.
Oh, those
Craziest
mine
setup I've
are
ever
staying
seen
small
a
for a
private
Murray.
person own.
They only get a meter long.
Is that a
Yep.
tomato clown?
Yeah, but still, it was a big fish, dude. That's a big
Yeah.
fish. That I keep an Oscar.
Is that a tomato clown, Rainer?
What?
Is that a tomato clown?
That's some what auto?
A
A
tomato.
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 Tomato clown. Yeah,
Yeah. I thought
my
it was.
grumpy bastard. I
Are they
show you
really that
something.
mean, as people say? Are they really as mean as people say?
He's attacking him now. Look,
I don't see it. Wait.
We're on the wrong side.
he's not
But yeah,
happy. He's not happy. No worries, Roy.
and they're feisty for the size.
Wow. I love the I love the fact with clowns that
The
one
maroons
becomes
are even meaner than she
they're all.
is.
Am I correct in thinking that all clowns are male and the largest one, becomes a female?
Yeah,
Something
they
like that.
always
Yeah.
switch. They
Yeah,
have
they're
to.
uh, polysexual or whatever it is, whatever the word is. He's really grumpy when you. He doesn't like your hand in there at all, does he?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to touch the tank.
I really
If
love
They
fish
have
like
to.
that.
if anyone in the UK is anywhere near Wigan, a place called Wigan in the UK, there's an area of Wigan called Standish, and we were working there years ago, and we're all working in different parts of or close, and we went for a Chinese meal, and this restaurant was sort of divided into. I think you could smoke in restaurants at the time, and it was divided into smoking and non-smoking, and the divider was the biggest reef tank I've ever seen in my life, and I reckon it was 7 meters long.
Ooh.
Ah, that's nice.
It wasn't. It was quite tall, but it wasn't very wide. But it was about 7 meters long, and it was a full reef. It was absolutely stunning. I think I had no conversation in there at all. I just sat there watching the tank. It was unreal.
So,
In a place called
welcome
Stand.
to the algae club.
I did want to ask you in the tank where you had the all the anemones, you had the camera underneath a seaweed. Was it that one? They look like umbrellas, not that one. They look like umbrellas from underneath, and I'd never seen that before.
Good.
Mm, you'd
For
got the
which one?
camera sort of pointing upwards, and it looked like might not have been in that tank actually. Might have been in another one. Yeah, that one. Ah,
That's plastic.
It's a plastic plant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking underneath thinking, I've never seen that before. What's that?
Suction cup. It's nice to watch the seahorses up close.
I think there's a very small following of macroalgae, marine macroalgae in the UK. So
Yeah. It's
people collect it
just
as well.
starting in Europe.
It's sort of a yeah. It's what's the
It's a
word?
new thing
It's a
that
burgeoning
comes
hobby.
over from the US. Basically a YouTube thing that takes over.
I mean, the only green we ever had in our tank was Clerpa. That was the only thing we ever had, and some people kept it in sumps as a type
So
of filter.
that's my green puffer tank. Also considered a freshwater to brackish water fish.
Yeah, it's a boxfish. Yeah,
But
boxfish
I
are
like
nice,
that tank more,
and
way more.
cowfish. Cowfish are nice as well. Yeah, I do like that.
I always like the frogfish.
They are nice but boring. They don't move all day long.
They just sit there, and then
Yeah,
occasionally you'll drop a bit of food in, and it'll
yeah, I
move.
know.
Not as
That's
same
exactly
boring
why I
as the
like it. You
seahorses.
know where it is. There.
I know that
Yeah,
a
yeah.
seahorse lives there. I know one is over there. And another one is behind there. So that's for seahorses.
2 seconds, guys. I'm just going to check the dogs.
And they don't move very much.
Those triggerfish, they are feisty too, isn't it? The that big one
Yeah.
that you have there. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a puppy
I'd, im-
dog.
I'd imagine you
Homer.
could, if you wanted to, you could take a big chunk out your
With
finger.
that beak, yeah,
He can.
probably. Don't they eat coral?
Uh,
No, they usually eat shrimps,
Oh
mussels,
yeah, everything that is
snakes.
crustaceans then.
yeah,
Yeah, it depends on the trigger. That trigger, the nitro trigger,
Hmm.
it's more a planktivore, so
there
eat
Oh,
is a
plankton.
marine fish that go around in shoals and they bite corals, but I can't think of the name of them.
Parrotfish.
parrotfish, isn't it that one?
Parrotfish, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Some of the parrotfish species, yeah.
Yeah, have you seen the beaks on that one, like on TV
Oh,
shows and stuff?
Oh
like
yeah.
a parrot. So
So
let me
Rai
grab
saying
us
really
some
nice
food.
tanks, Mike and Raina.
Thank you very much, Glenn. Appreciate it.
I thank
It
you
was
for
Rai that
having
was,
us.
but I said as well. Catch you later, Jeff. Oh, it's nearly 11 o'clock. Yeah. What is it? Are you guys an hour ahead of us or 2 hours?
Yeah,
Yep,
I'm an
one
hour
hour.
ahead of you, of UK.
Do you guys have
I like more the
a
top
clock?
down view.
Do you guys get a clock change in? Do you get like Do you change clocks?
Yeah, we
Yes,
got
we still do from the
twice a
70s.
year.
Yeah. So
You
it's
still, you also, Rainer? You guys still do that?
Yeah, yeah. Austria, Germany, Swiss, whole
Or-
Europe.
so I
Yeah,
wasn't sure
exactly. It's only
because
us that need to do backward stuff. Like,
that
Yeah.
there has been calls to sort of put an end to it, hasn't there? But it's never really got round to it.
yeah, exactly that. Yeah, every year they say that they're gonna stop it, and yet each year it comes again. It's like,
I think
Hey,
I think they leave it so that we get depressed.
every city got a church. They got a clock on it, and someone have to change the clock time. That's a
Keep
job.
keeping people in work. It's all about those harlequin shrimp. Yeah, they're beautiful. I do like harlequin
Yeah.
shrimp as well. I mean, there's loads of different shrimps for marine, isn't there? There's
Ah, tons, tons. You can imagine a coloring. You can pick it basically. A lot of them are red and white.
Yeah, the
There's
common
some
ones are
pinks.
cleaner,
Yeah,
blood shrimp, boxing shrimp, pistol shrimp,
yeah, tons of. I also got
harlequins.
blue and green crab. Let me pick him up.
Those are monos, aren't they?
So, ready for the crabby?
Yeah. Don't show it to the clown trigger.
Ah, what would be big enough to consider as food?
Oh wow.
That's
I
it.
like the I like the little pom pom crabs as well.
And I don't know what crab it is, so it's
I'd
supposed to
love
be a
an,
female.
I'd love another marine tank. I think if I did, I'd just do fish though. I don't think I'd use live rock and just whatever come on the live rock. I don't think I'd deliberately put anything other than fish in there.
Uh, we got them from Australian Life Rock, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
quite strong.
the only problem with, I mean, when we used to get live rock, it was literally just hacked out the ocean back in the 90s, and the downside was that you'd get all sorts of like bristle worms and everything in it.
Uh, Figure what I got in here.
A
That's
bristle worm.
real reef rock.
Yeah,
That one.
yeah,
It's full with aptasia.
and I know all about bristle worms from scuba diving.
Ah, I got tons of them. Do you need some?
No,
30 centimeters and more.
don't touch them.
Yeah, I got those pesky bluish pink ones. Sting a bit like a bee.
Yeah,
So, and for lights, I use something from the UK. Those tropic marine
Trop,
lights.
tropic marine. Yeah,
Those aqua
But
rays.
I think I started with tropic marine salt and ended up going on to Red Sea sea salt
Yeah.
just because it was cheaper. I think.
So, tropic marine center, that's the
Yeah,
UK thing.
yeah, they do salt and stuff as well, don't they?
Yeah, and those lights are on sale on the website from them right now.
Do you
50 bucks a piece.
do you do water changes and stuff with them? Still,
No,
you don't water change.
no, I don't want to change. I got a big ozone generator
Yeah, so you
and
don't
an
need.
oversized skimmer. And when I do a water change, it's usually when a bit low on salt.
Yeah, just check so if your salinity's dropped, you'll do a water change just to bring the salinity back up.
Yeah, and it refurbishes also a bit the rest of the nutrients.
So what are you doing? Just RO top ups then?
Uh, I don't have a RO unit. I just
Oh,
have fresh water from my well.
ah, but it's obviously that water's good to start with.
It's good enough.
I think
It's good
people,
enough for easy corals and yeah.
I think we overthink things too much sometimes, and I've said this to people. So
Heck yeah, we do.
I've put Joff's tank back up on screen, but
Heck yeah.
we um we do overthink things, and I think even with shrimp, you've got to do this and you've got to do that, and you've got to do whatever, and they're harder than you think. You know, you lose adults. Adults don't ship well.
Yeah, I got the only thing what I always say: choose your livestock right, and you can have low maintenance, and a marine tank can be less of work than a freshwater tank.
Yeah,
It always
and I,
depends what you want. A
yeah,
full-grown coral reef, yeah, work and endless.
yeah, and you're constantly sort of making sure that everything's sort of got the right bit
Yeah,
of
yeah, and you're
everything in your dosing, and
permanently running out of money.
yeah, it's well expensive. This is why I think if I ever did another marine tank, it would just be fish, and I'd probably use live rock, and if anything grow on that, it grow on it, but I wouldn't go out of my way to sort of do anything different with that, And it's like it's like sort of three levels, isn't there? And if you sort
Yeah,
of go full reef, full hard coral, you you
yeah,
you
and then you go the fish crazy and get you some Achilles tanks.
you've just scared me. Shrimp, bobbit worms, bobbit bobbit worms. That is a horrible, horrible thing. Bobbit worms. Yeah, that is a really nice tank. That is that well, all of your tanks are really nice. I need to do a really nice planted tank. I'd love to do. I'd love to give all the fish away in the 40 gallon in the house and do it planted, but I'd need to lock the lid and hide all the food
Yeah.
because my wife treats that as her tank and she feeds that tank and she feeds it, and it's a dual vision. It's a 180 litre dual vision that should run on the internal filter, but it's running on the internal and an external ORZ 600 or 650. And I have to clean the pre-filters weekly or fortnightly at best because that much, even if she switched the filters off before she fed them,
Yeah.
that
Hey.
would help. But all I'm cleaning away is rotten dead food off the pre-filters and stuff. I've
And
Hey, I got
wouldn't it
I
help
got a
if
hot tank.
you
And how many snails got you in the tank?
how many
in,
styles?
in this
Yeah.
one?
No, in the tank was he got with the wife the problem.
Oh,
Um, well, I've got a yo-yo loach in there and a couple.
Ah, yeah, there
A,
was the snails going.
yeah,
yeah.
Otherwise he would
snails in there.
breed snails like nothing.
Yeah, there's no snails in there. I find a lot of empty shells. So there's a yo-yo loach and two clown loach in
Yeah, they
there.
eat them.
Yeah, they
So
also eat them.
they
All
they
your
eat
loaches will eat them.
and we put some coolies in there, and I thought that the yo-yo loach had eaten the coolies because they were quite small when we first put them in, and I'd never seen them, and I moved some stuff about in there about a couple of months ago, and out popped two coolie loaches. I was gobsmacked. So you just never. I mean, they're nocturnal. We know that.
Yeah.
I've kept coolies with shrimp as well.
Yeah, and they can even survive into like a few inches of mud. Even I've heard stories of people emptying out a tank, and even like they left like a little bit of water into it, like which is usual the case. And after 3 to 4 months, they find a coolie loach back in there.
I
When,
had a
when I,
pleco back in the day what got shipped with wood. Survived.
oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
that doesn't surprise me actually because I've picked up bits of wood and there's been a pleco stuck on the wood, my own obviously, but we when I worked in an aquatic shop in my 20s, in my early 20s, part of that business was that we used to do a lot of pond work. So we'd do pond installation and pond cleaning and stuff like that. And we went out to quote this guy in a really sort of posh suburb just outside Birmingham. House was massive. This pond was enormous. Got a bridge over it, like it was like a massive kidney shaped pond, but it was
Yeah.
6 foot. It was 6 foot deep. It was a koi pond.
Uh,
They'd got, or it was an old koi pond. They'd got
a
it.
lot of poop.
Yeah, They'd got this. They've got when you hear of a rockery, the rocks. They must have had to crane these rocks over the house to get them in, because the rocks were the size of a small car.
Oh
They were
yeah, yeah.
massive. The rocks around this pool, um, and it took us a couple of days to empty it with 3 big pumps. But on the bottom of it, there must have been a foot of silt.
Yeah.
There was no pumps, no filters on it. There was no fish in it, as far as this guy was aware. We took a couple of goldfish out, and as we had to literally bucket this silt out. And I noticed, as on pretty much the first bucket, I says, "There's a tench here," and we put the tench in. We got like um, plastering tubs, the big. It looks like a plastic bathtub.
Yeah,
You know what the plasterers mix the plaster with,
yeah.
and we got that filled with water in case we found any fish. We took about 300 or more, like tench the size of your finger, out of this silt, and and
Yeah.
and it took us days to get rid of this silt. And we were literally having to, the old, well, not the old, like a plastic basket that you'd put lilies in,
Yeah.
where you'd sort of plant
Oh
lilies in
yeah,
and put them on the
yeah.
ledges in the pond. We
A
literally
pond
had one of
planter.
those. And, yeah, we were pouring buckets through it and washing the water out to see if there was any fish in the bucket. And we must have took 300 tench out. And the guy said, "Oh, I don't want them. You have them." So then the shop had. I mean, we did cold water stuff and pond stuff, but then we'd got all these tench to sell as well. But it was this guy had lived there. He said, "I've lived here 10 years. We've never touched that pond in 10 years. Didn't have a filter on it. Didn't have a pump on it. We emptied it, held water. We sealed. We give it. It's G4, I think. The stuff we sealed it, refilled it, sold him some koi filtration system and everything. And away you went. It was lovely when it was finished, actually, but it was huge. It had got to be. It was at least 6 foot deep, maybe deeper, 6, 7 foot deep. And I reckon end to end, 25 foot, 20 foot, maybe 10, 15 foot across at the
My
widest
God.
point. Massive,
Hmm.
Yeah.
massive. Like
That
apparently
guy
the guy.
probably didn't have a small garden neither.
No, well, he didn't put the pond in. It was there when they bought the house, and the previous
You
guy
want to
was
get rid of it.
a professional boxer,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and they
Okay.
wanted to convert it back into a pond. It just sort of sat derelict,
People
sort of
with
thing.
money.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
just
as I
So,
say, this rockery. We'd have a rockery, and the biggest rock you'd have on there be the size of a football. These were the size of a mini. They were massive, and there was loads of them sort of scattered around this pond. It was huge. Garden was immense. It was the sort of place where I'm sure the guy had a gardener. I
yeah,
think
you
he
yeah.
was.
have to
I
People
think
like
he.
that
subsidize.
don't do their work themselves.
I think he was a retired accountant, run an accountancy business or
Mhm.
something. So
Yeah.
definitely got money.
Usually when we see really pretty houses on TV like that, and Kim goes like, "Ooh, that's really nice," and I tell her, "Well, yeah, people like that often don't do the upkeeping themselves.
Yeah,
I wonder how it comes that it's pretty nice."
my friends just installed a lighting panel for one floor of
Ooh.
a 4-story house. The
Hmm.
house is valued at 7 million. The guy paid seven
Ooh,
million for it, and it's got an
nice.
observatory. It's out in the middle of nowhere, so he's got Skylink internet. But my mate does all sort of audio visual. He's an electrician, but most of it's audio visual stuff that he does in conference centres and stuff.
Oh
And
my.
he showed us this picture of a panel, and he says that just controls the lighting on one floor. So it's obviously voice activated lighting and all that sort of stuff. But he said it's 7 million, and I said, what is it? Some Russian billionaire like? And he says no. He said he's a Sikh guy. He says, but he invested. He said apparently invested. He says really nice guy, but apparently he invested some money in Amazon
Oh yeah.
when Amazon first started out. And I said, oh yeah,
Mm.
we've all heard that story before.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what
Yeah.
I mean? And he went, no, genuinely he invested money in Amazon. I went, yeah, of course he did.
Yeah. It's like all those people from my generation that get rich with those
Bitcoins.
crypto. Yeah, exactly. Thank you,
Yeah,
Rainer.
Bitcoin. Yeah.
Bitcoins and watching dingies like that. I've got a lot of friends who are like, "Hey, dude, you need to check this out and this out." I don't trust it, man. You know, and I'm always that guy. Also, if it's gonna go bad, it's for my head.
Yeah.
Murphy's law. Well, I
Yeah.
live
That's
by it.
me.
If I meet that Murphy guy one day, we'll gonna have a very serious talk.
That's me as well. And to be honest, I
My
always
God.
said it's ironic because I always said that once my house is paid off, once my mortgage is finished, I'm not bothered about working as long as I can pay my bills. I'm not.
Hmm.
I'm not. I'm not bothered at all about working. And the irony is, literally within a couple of months of paying my house off, I had a bit of inheritance, and literally within a couple of months, um, I lost my job, and within a couple of weeks, I got ill. So I've not been able to anyway. Hi,
Yep.
Rebecca. And I've not been able to. Murphy's law.
Yeah,
Murphy's law.
exactly.
If it's gonna go wrong, it will. That's the. If you drop the toast, why does it always fall butter side down?
It,
Yeah.
it is exactly. Yeah.
Murphy's law. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm always wondering when I'm gonna come home back home and my house is gonna be on fire or something. Just my luck.
Well, what I
I
did.
had that 4 years ago. It's terrible.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can
never.
imagine, man.
Touch wood.
Everything that you own is in there. Everything.
And
I
it's
always, when I
memories
see
and
that on
everything.
TV,
Yeah.
I'm like, ah,
There's always someone in our house, so if it does that, there's a good chance it'll get put out or it won't start to that point. But what was quite funny with mine, and people laugh about this. So I paid off, had a bit of inheritance, and I literally put 90% of my life savings to that inheritance and paid the mortgage off, all
hmm,
except £600. Doing it online, it was the most it would allow me to pay off the mortgage, and it left £600.
yeah,
And somebody said, "Well, why don't you just pay it off?" And I says, "You know something? I've still got 10 years left on that mortgage."
hmm,
And
It's a quite low interest rate, though.
yeah. Because if you pay
I
your
imagine.
mortgage too quickly, like I did, then you need to pay a fine on it. Even better.
well, well, I haven't got any clause to get out. But what I decided to do was it was under £2 a month my mortgage for the rest
Yeah,
of the mortgage.
yeah.
Um,
That's pretty good.
and
Pretty
the
sweet.
interest rates were starting to go up. But I thought, you know something, it probably cost them £2 a month to actually process my payment,
It is,
and
and to
and
send
they
and
Yeah.
to send you the bill.
and they've had enough money out of me.
Well,
You
yeah,
know?
it's a bank. They
And
won't miss it.
the interest rate ran up, so I paid another couple of £100 off it. So I think I owe 400. I think I owe about £390, and I think I've got 8 years left. 8 years left on my mortgage, and until they tell me you need to pay it off, I'm gonna keep paying it.
Well, yeah, exactly. You had them by the balls because you're yeah, you had them by their own system.
Yeah. Hey, it's the
And
same
That's the
thing when
sweetest
you
thing of all.
change the papers with the insurance.
yeah, it's sorry, I'm
Beat them with their
sidetracked.
own system.
I'm reading. They will tell me eventually. I think I might be wrong. I've never really looked into it, but I think when you finalise your mortgage, there is a final payment. I think I did look into it actually, and it's to have the deeds put into your name only with the land registry.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hi, Cecil.
Hey,
Can
Cecil.
imagine.
Is Cecil Neil? I wonder,
Oh,
because I know someone called Neil Maybury.
No, I
do you
think
have
that
any
Cecil is
tips for
Cecil.
my Amazon sword?
Um, any tips for your Amazon sword? Put it in
Yeah.
soil and leave it alone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and give it some good lighting. They like
Yeah,
quite some light too. So don't put it
So,
into a
does
shady
that
spot.
look
Otherwise,
healthy
it's
on the
gonna take
screen?
ages to grow.
yeah, they
It's
like
not.
good light.
Yeah, I got an Amazon sword. Wait, I'm just coming over.
I only got one in my quarantine system for the goldfish.
Okay, can you guys see my pincer here?
Yeah.
No, can you see it?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is the Amazon sword. You see, and it wasn't doing too good. That's why I asked you, Glenn, the other day if I could move that big one here, to the back. So I
Yeah.
put it to the back today, and I just put this one to the front. But it's already getting some new leaves, but it was taking too slowly, and I saw that it was struggling a little bit. So I said to myself, let's make it a little bit easier for the plant. And this one, by the way, is getting its first leaf that is open. Yay!
Nice.
Look.
Wicked.
You know what is really annoying about these? They're that fine leaved and yeah, they're not heavy plants. So the least amount that my snails dig up a little bit, the plant comes up.
What styles have you got in there?
I got Malaysian trumpet snails, and
Oh,
really a
lovely.
lot of them.
So
And there's also
you need some of them tablets then.
oh no, not at all. I love Malaysian trumpet snails. They do all the work for me.
See,
They
I
are
love.
they are the reason why I can overfeed and do not need to clean my filters like you. Nah.
I love
Yeah, that's
Nerite.
right.
I love Nerites, but they love climbing out unless you get
Yeah, me too. Me too. This is a
unless
baby knee right, the spiky ones. This is one.
the spiky ones are less
Yeah,
likely to leave the tank.
yeah, exactly. I know. So I always every day I do my head count and I see that I have two snails.
But the batics, the tire track if you can find
Mm-hmm.
them, the
Yep.
onion snail, they all like to leave the tank. So
They
so
all do.
I've
Yeah.
I've got a few. Are they batiks? Not batiks. What are the one? Yeah, batiks. I think
Yeah, batiks. Yeah.
I've got a few in the the tank with the fire red neos and the endlers. I've
Mm-hmm.
got a couple in there, but what I've had to do with that tank is when I cut the lid, I cut it in such a way that it fits almost perfectly even around the lid clips that I use,
Yep.
and I can slide one of the lid clips, and 9 times out of 10, when I lift that lid off, I always have to check the underside of the lid because there'll be a snail hanging on it.
I have,
Uh,
I have the same thing with my Tetra tank there. It also has like a glass lid that is being cut into four pieces. So each time that I feed, I need to go from the back like a tank that you have that is built in. You usually reach it from the back. So and
yeah,
the same thing. Every time that I pull up that glass, there's like a gajillion of baby trumpet snails on there, and I need to check that I don't crush my precious neorites. I'm always like, okay, no snail. Or usually when I'm doing my water changes, I see like this big neorite just traveling up, like it's the most common thing, trying to
well,
get up. Then I just put them back and I put them on my filter so they crawl back down.
when I had the racks in the dining room before I
Hmm.
moved into the garage, when we moved the racks out, there was like I, the way I built those racks was the bottom shelf was pretty much an inch off the floor. I tried to use the full height, but what I found was with my back, having them so low wasn't good, and you
Mm.
ended up neglecting those tanks. But when we moved them, there must have been 30 or 40 empty Nerite shells underneath.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
had,
yeah.
ner- I had, ner- I had Nerites everywhere, and my, my missus used to say, "What's that smell in here? It's them tanks that stink." And used it. No, I can't smell nothing.
Yeah.
You know those self-cloning crayfish?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
God damn
also
it!
like to climb out.
I'm coming back.
See, I don't think we can keep any crayfish in the UK.
Nah, we are not supposed in the
I
EU
spotted
to,
an
but
under one
when I
of
was
those six
young,
shrimp.
there was no regulations.
Yeah,
Either.
I don't think we're allowed to keep any, and I think it's down to the import of the signal crayfish from America.
Yeah,
And they got into the ecosystem and they outcompete the native crayfish here.
it's the same here nowadays.
And I don't know if you're allowed to trap signals out of
We
the
are
canal
allowed
system.
to have those Australians
Oh,
I
the
caught
for
another one of
crayfish,
those moldy shrimp.
sheracs and stuff.
Cherax, yeah, because they won't live in your in
Ah,
the
these
natural
just don't survive
ecosystem.
a winter here or in
Yeah.
the UK or anywhere in the EU.
Oh, we could
Not
probably
even in
keep them
Spain.
here then. I might look into them, see if I can get some, because I do like crayfish.
Ah, there are a lot of color morphs from the sheracs nowadays.
Rob said he'd remove all the shrimp.
Yeah, a sheracs will.
What shrimp have you got in there, Joff? I think he's moving a shrimp.
Yeah, I'm back.
What
Yeah, I
shrimp have
needed.
you got in there?
I've got a blue dream shrimp in this one.
Yeah. Do you use amanos in your planted?
No. Weirdly enough, I have an amano in my plastic tank,
Oh well.
but I keep it to clean up the algae of the plastic tanks and stuff.
Do you know
But
how I got into shrimp keeping?
tell me.
I'm sure I've told this story, but I'll tell it again. I fluffy shrimp. I
Yeah, I had a fluffy shrimp. That's why I started to freak out again. I like to watch like
oh
a well, you guys are all geezers. You all do that. We like to watch our tanks, and I
yeah.
like to spot like if there's something wrong with them. And this week when I got them, luckily Rob was on and you were in the chat, I think, and you guys said to
Scuturella
me like
japonica.
get that fluffy shrimp out. So I just spotted a second one and I got it out.
Scuteria. There's two really nasty shrimp diseases: Scuturella japonica and Vorticella. Vorticella's the worst of the two.
Hmm.
Um,
Mm.
but they're almost impossible to treat.
Oh
So
yeah.
it, I I'd kept an aquarium for ages, and I'd been watching Green Aqua, and
Hmm.
I thought, do you know something? I could do that. So I bought myself a scaper tank, a Superfish Scaper 90. Um, Bought a load of Tropica soil and ordered a load of plants online, and I built. I'll put some video up of it. I've got video of it somewhere, but I built like a nature aquarium, and it looks stunning. I was so pleased with it. But as it sort of went through its phases, now it's time to put nerites in. Now it's time to put amano shrimp in. To sort of your cleanup crew.
Hmm.
And there's a store here called Pets at Home, like a massive chain store, and they were selling amanos. I think you could get three for £10.
Oh wow,
Amano
that's a good price.
amano shrimp. And my local one didn't stock them, but one about 15 mile away did. So I went there, bought a pile of amano shrimp, put my amano in, but just force of habit, when after I'd put the amanos in the tank and netted them out, the remaining water in the bag, how did I do it? So I'd put them into a jug, acclimated them, didn't really look at the jug because the amanos were so big, netted the amanos out and put them in the tank, and just force of habit, I poured the jug water into a bucket through a net, and I noticed something in the net, and it was a tiny baby cherry shrimp, and I thought, I'll throw it in, see what happens,
Yeah.
and never thought nothing of it. A couple of weeks later, I'm sitting watching the tank, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw this little red shrimp appear, and he'd grown. So I thought I need to get him some friends,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and here we are.
And how many years back was that, Glenn?
Um, well, it's not long. So I've been keeping aquariums of all shapes and sizes for. I'm 56 and I started keeping fish when I was 18, 19.
Oh yeah, that
We had,
was
we had them as a kid, but my shrimp was probably 5 years ago, 4 years ago.
oh wow. You really evolved quickly then into the shrimp keeping side.
I
Like,
liked, yeah, I like it with everything I do, to be
well,
honest.
well, yeah. If you take in account, you started out with like one haphazard little shrimp that survived, and now you're having a shrimp specialized business.
Yeah,
You're able to keep like one of the most difficult and most expensive kinds. Well, you can be
yeah.
proud of yourself, old man.
It was. Thank you. It was. I used to I used to have this recurring dream of drowning, and
Yeah.
I had this fear of drowning. I could swim and everything, could swim from a young age, and I thought, something, I'm going to tackle this fear of drowning. And I was chatting to somebody. It was a guy I worked with. It was my manager, and he said, well, when you're just talking, he said, "What fear have you got?" I said, "I got fear of drowning." I says, "But I love the sea and marine stuff and everything." He said, "Why don't you learn to dive?" And I went, "What?" He says, "Yeah." He said you can get what they call a tri dive. He says it's all done in a swimming pool.
Oh
He
yeah.
says, "I'm sure there'll be one local." And we had a look. We had a look and found one local. Rang 'em, had this tri dive. Bizarre being able to breathe underwater. It was absolutely bizarre. And I did my training, did my open water, nearly drowned on on my first day of my two.
Fun.
It was like
Yeah,
it was
fun.
like
Fun.
a weekend thing.
Really. Yeah.
You have to remove your mask underwater. Is one of the tests,
Oh
and
yeah.
I removed my mask, but I breathed in at the same time, so I was pretty much choking. I, I was at 10 meters, was down at 10 meters, and I was like a sea to air missile. I'm telling you, and
I know that
the,
feeling.
the instructor says to me, she said, if you don't do that today, it will haunt you and you'll never do it. So come on, let's go back down and do it. And I did it. Well, actually, what was happening? I was in the water, and it was like a quarry that was used for scuba diving.
Hmm.
And as we did navigation. We did the little navigation bit, and at the end of that, I was going to do the masking again. And while I was doing the navigation, some dickhead swam past me, kicked my mask off with his fin, and I just literally grabbed it, put it back on, cleared it, and carried on. And at the end of it, she's given me the signal to sort of take your mask off, and I've gone, I've just done it, I've just done
Yeah.
it, and she's gone. You have to do like a half fill and a clear, and then you have to do a full removal. And I took the mask off and did it, and she said, if you hadn't done that, you'd never have done it. And I went on to do advanced. I did a special. My special. You had to. I did two specialized. One was dry suit, and the other one was peak performance buoyancy. So I can literally sit. I can't now because of my back, but I could literally sit there like Buddha in the middle of the water, giving it harm, and I can go up an inch and down an inch. I can literally hover. So I did my
Breathe a
peak
bit
performance.
in, breathe a bit out.
Yeah, and even when we were when we were out in, when I did sort of stuff in the sea, as you was coming up to some structure, you just breathe in a bit more and you just go up and over it, and then you want to go down, you just breathe out again. So, but yeah, I did. I went and did my advanced, and they begged me to do dive master, and they says you'll walk it. But the problem was with that club, the minute you do dive master, you're not enjoying your dives because they'll just
No,
use you.
it's work.
Oh
So I
yeah.
wouldn't do it. I did a rescue course, so I can do rescue as well.
Yeah, having the rescue course is never wrong.
Yeah, rescue was good. I enjoyed the rescue. I've been at 30 meters and run out of air. I have. So that we was diving in Cyprus, and we was doing this wall dive, and we were at the bottom of this wall, and the guy that was the dive master, he was doing it was about, I think it was 25 meters, but he was taking some newly past people, and he says to me, he says, "Do me a favor." He says, he said, "sit at the back of the line and keep an eye on their gauges." So they used to strap the gauges to the back of the tanks, so anyone behind them could see their gauges. And I'm so busy keeping an eye on their gauges, and I'm a heavy breather, right? That I've looked at mine, and I'm in the red, and 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 I think I'd just done open water at this time, but I'm in the red, and he's
Don't
right at the front. So rather than leave him, I'm sort of proper pedaling, trying to get to this dive master to tell him I'm nearly out of air, and I've showed him my regs, and he's gone, "Get up," he said, "and don't do a deco." He says, "You'll run out of air." But I actually did a deco and used the air in my BCD. So I literally came out with no air. I had no air in my BCD. I had no air in my tank at all. I'd sucked it dry. But
so.
I said after, I said, I was trying to get hold of you. He says, "Why didn't you just tap your knife on your tank?" And I thought, oh, what? Yeah, why didn't I? And after that, I went and bought like a stainless steel tube with a nut inside it, like a shaker.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I bought. And then I went, but he wanted me to dive. There's a big wreck there called the Zenobia. And he said to me, "Dive the Zenobia." I said, "It's 45 meters." And he says, "You'll be fine." I said, "I'm not qualified to do 45 meters." He went, "Seriously, you'll be fine." He says, "You're a really good diver." And
Yeah,
I,
being fine and being qualified are two pairs of shoes.
yeah, we didn't. I didn't do it, and I literally came back, did my advanced, passed my advanced, and literally the day I passed my advanced, we booked another week in Cyprus and went back out, and I dived the Zenobia. You have to do it in two halves, but we came round the front, and there was a wall of barracuda, and the first thing I've done is put my hand over my dive watch. I'm putting nothing flashing or anything in there, and there was a good current as well. I didn't dive with that same crew. We stopped in a different place, but all the dive instructors out there are British anyway, or Australian. I actually dive with they buddied me up with a German lady, and I dived in a 4 mil shorty out there because it was warm. I'm used to diving in freezing cold quarries in the middle of winter, and I'll never forget this German girl. She was a doctor, Dr. Karin, her name was, and she says to me, she said, we're getting ready, like we were out on the boat getting ready, and she says to me, "You diving shorty?" And I went, "Yeah." And she's gone, "It's not cold." I went, she was like in like a 10 mil thermal. She was in a wetsuit, but she was in she was in like I think it's 7 or 8 mil or something. But and I was in like a 4 mil shorty, but it's all you needed out there. I've still got her stamp in my dive book, and it's in German, and it's a picture of a tooth. Which she was a dentist. It's a picture of a tooth with roots, and the tooth's got a mask on, and the roots have got fins on. And in German, it says, "First teeth check, then dive check. You've dived with Dr. Karen." But yeah, it's I need to dig that out. And then I had way after that, when I was diving, I had problem with my lungs, and they diagnosed me with something called sarcoidosis, which is an immune disorder, but your immune system thinks it's under attack, and all your lymph glands swell up and stuff. And
Yay.
the byproduct of it was all of my lymph glands were bronchial. That had the problem. Hi, oi, oi, Savaloy, Lottie, Charlotte's here, and it damaged my lungs and given me asthma. So I can't dive. But I did speak to someone, and he said if your doctor signed you off to dive, you can do I qualified with Paddy. They says you can do a course called Refresh. You can, and it brings you up to date and stuff, and they check that you can still dive and you still know all the stuff and all the the OK and I want to go up and I want to go down and all them symbols and stuff. But I'd love to dive again. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved diving. But yeah, that
Yeah, and
was
when you can't get diving, you always can grab a snorkel.
yeah.
I once tried snorkeling and I started like getting how do you say that, like puking uh reactions, you know?
Oh wow.
Ah, yeah, that's the wrong
Yeah, I
mouthpiece.
start to
Yeah, the
hyperventilate and stuff.
gag reflex. You
Yeah,
know, you know,
exactly.
you
Yeah.
know, hyperventilation. There's a dive technique that uses hyperventilation
Yeah,
because
my ad, it's called not going diving.
because, because the gasp reflex isn't because you
Mhm.
haven't got any oxygen. The gasp reflex is because there's too much CO2 built up in your lungs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no
So
idea.
you can do this like fast breathing to expel all the CO2 out of your lungs
Oh
before
yeah.
you go down. Yeah.
Yeah, you see those deep divers doing that before they go down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
breathe a bit like a dog through the nose in, to the mouth
Yeah.
out, and
See
deep
that
breaths in
that
between. Yeah.
that free
Well,
diving, that sled free diving, couldn't do that.
Nope.
Couldn't do that at all.
OVD is the only thing what I got, the open water diver.
Yeah, open water's okay. It's is it 18 meters open water?
Yeah. I don't need more for the coral reefs and
Exactly.
for the fish.
I've got some lovely pictures on a little cheap underwater camera in Ayia Napa, and I swam out and saw something underneath me. I only got a mask and a snorkel, and there was somebody, like a sunbed. Imagine, like an aluminium frame type sunbed.
Yeah.
It it was like somebody had dumped the frame in the sea and it had washed out. It wasn't massively away out, it was off the beach, and there was a group of pipefish round it. A group of what it
Yeah,
been
they
med-
love structures.
Yeah, there's a group. I've got a lovely photo of like there's about 4 or 5 of these pipefish, probably 12 inches, 10, 12 inches long, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, they get quite big.
Yeah, that was it was a really good photo, and it was just literally going down with this little 10-pound waterproof camera with 35mm film in it that you wound on, and taking a photograph. I've actually still got my dive camera, but it was a Sony case that went on a
Mm.
Sony camera. I've still got the camera and everything. Whether it still works or not, I don't know.
I should work when the batteries wear out.
Oh, I've got loads of batteries for it. So Charlotte says probably because so many horses stood on you, that's why you got breathing problems.
yeah, it's because I used to ride horses when I was young. I did it
And me
until I was 17, 18, something like that.
did a bit of show jumping, only for a couple of years.
Okay. Yeah, I rode for let's count about 12, 13. Yeah, from my 6 years old until 18.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's 12.
my friend had a horse, a bay gelding, and a girl that I used to when I'd have been 15, 16 maybe, and a girl that I used to see was she had a mare called Misty, and she was a mare. She used to bite you. She was a nightmare, but if you used a metal bit on her,
Hmm.
she'd cut all her mouth up. You had to use a rubber bit with her.
Yeah, yeah,
She was a nasty piece of work. She was threw
yeah.
me as well.
She probably kept on chewing on the bit the entire time, and it causes to make their lips bleed.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was a
exactly.
real nasty horse. She was,
We
and
also
she
used to have one like that at the stables. It was a stallion that a male. I don't
yeah,
know how you say it in English.
Misty the
And
horse's name was. She'd go
A
full.
stallion. You said it right.
Yeah, but the
She
stallion is an uncastrated horse. This
I
one
was
was
a
castrated.
castrated one.
I don't know
Quite
it's a
what the name is
castrated.
for a
yeah,
castrated horse.
stallion's uncastrated. Castrated
Yeah.
is a gelding.
Oh, well, that Galving done. That little
Gelding.
bastard. Every time that you cleaned his feet out, he used to bite you in the like in your lower back, because you were
Or your
standing
shoulder,
bent
yeah.
over. hmm It was really
Mm.
mean.
So Misty, I hated riding Misty, but she had she was clever. She'd if you were trying to jump her, she'd run full tilt into it to the fence
And then
and
stop.
stop dead at the last minute and throw you all the
Yep,
time.
that bastard did the same thing. Maybe they were family.
I'm not. Charlotte reckons I didn't ride horses, I rode dinosaurs because I'm that old. Thanks, Charlotte. Love
Yeah,
you
I,
too. Did you get my
I used
leaves?
I used to play horseball when I was young.
She's been mushroom picking.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
it.
I
I've
saw
seen
that.
it. Yeah.
Was
By
it
the way, hi Charlotte.
Hey there.
was it mushrooms you were picking, Charlotte?
They were picking anything on the floor. It was like two old witches, like, "Oh, some eye of loot."
Glenn's a fossil. She's saying nothing. She's put a blank comment up. She's saying nothing. Just be careful of the death caps.
Yeah.
Leaves tomorrow. Awesome. Two witches cackling. You were looking for something for your
If
brew,
you
weren't
see on the English broadcasting tomorrow, local girl eats poisonous mushroom, we know who it was.
you? Or coven discovered a
Yeah,
coven
exactly.
discovered
Yeah.
in southern England.
Two witch girls banished from the
Well,
local village.
Yeah. Glavich Project 2 didn't make the movie.
my son is Ben, but I doubt it
Ooh,
if he's got his sister pregnant.
do you guys know if they burned witches back in the day in your village? They did in mine. Four.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, four
Basically on
here in
any
mine.
corner.
they burnt Christ. So there's a cenotaph type thing in Coventry where Coventry was a prison town. So there's a saying, oh, he's been sent to Coventry,
Oh yeah, it
and
all goes down in Coventry. It's a punk
and
song.
they used to send. That was a prison. So if you're in trouble, you got sent to Coventry. That's where the saying comes from. And my son Ben got his unless your sister's name's Pam of his hand. I doubt it very much. And I visited. We did this martyrs memorial, and I think it was like the Spanish Inquisition type thing.
hmm
And what the church used to do is the church were the only people that could teach from the Bible, and
Yeah,
because of that, anyone that was found teaching the Bible to their children that wasn't in
that's
line with the
blasphemy.
church, they'd martyr you. They'd burn you at the
Yeah,
stake.
it was blasphemy if you dare teach the teachings of the church and if you were
Yeah.
resistant from
Yeah,
the
the
clergy.
church were the only ones who were allowed to teach
hmm
from the Bible because then they
Yeah,
could teach it how they wanted to teach it rather than what it actually said.
Hey,
until
back
the
in the
King
days
James
was a
Bible in
privilege
England,
that you could read.
and until the King James Bible in England, it was only allowed for the clergy to read the Bible, even, and it was in
Yep.
Latin. That's why King James decided to write it in English.
Yeah, it was
I know
it
some
was
shit.
it was Martin Luther, wasn't it? A German that actually
hmm
Yep.
exposed it for what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds.
Martin Luther.
Someone reckons you got their sister pregnant. It's going really. I've gone. Come here a minute. He says I can't. He's in the middle of a game, I think, and I want to show him that comment. He's your son, Ben. He got my sister pregnant. The only thing Ben's getting pregnant is the palm of his hand. fairies
So,
this morning and got a
with
big
that
tank.
quote, I wish you a good night. Have a nice one.
Have
Oh,
a
you
good one,
off?
Rainer.
Take
Yeah.
care, Rainer. And Lycan. Charlotte got fairies this morning. Water changes. All right, got you now.
Oh, by the way, if you guys want to laugh, you remember that little bunch of bumblebee gobies I had in there?
Yeah.
Apparently, there's one left. Like 2 weeks after the day before yesterday, I look back and all of a sudden I see a little bumblebee going passing by, and I've been trying to catch him like for the last 2 3 days, and every time that little bugger gets away in between of all those plants, and I ain't ripping all of that stuff up. That cost
What?
me way too much blood and sweat.
Why have the others died? Do you know?
The others,
Did you get one?
no, 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 no. The others are all in that little river
Ah,
aquascape that I did
you've caught them.
a
So,
couple of weeks
so,
ago.
so, what you want to do? Rob taught me this. Just looking at Rob's comments, his socks are covered in a million babies.
Yeah.
The yeah. So, put some bait
Hmm.
into a clear bottle.
Oh
So
yeah.
um, a small Coke bottle or something like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
If you cut the top off and then invert so cut it sort of round the collar and
Hmm.
then invert it
Yeah,
so that when they go in, they struggle to find the way out and then lift the
yeah,
bottle out.
yeah. You make a little fish trap, like
Yeah,
we call it a fuck in Dutch. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. That's a good plan.
I
Thank
think
you
Rob.
very much.
I think that's how Rob caught some of his. He'll comment no doubt, but I think that's how Rob caught some of his snow white plecos, the small ones.
Yeah. Rob always
Inverted bottle
surprises
trap.
us. He's smarter than he actually looks like. You got to give him credit. Well, it's because he's always wearing a Hull shirt. If he
I
was
was re-
supporting, like, let's say,
I, I was really shocked that he was younger than me, to be honest.
let's hope Rob is sleeping right now.
Yeah, 900. That's how he caught all his 902 snow white plecos.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. All those fleckos, yeah. But that's really a good plan. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, inverted bottle trap. Yeah,
I'm really gonna try that. The inverted bottle technique.
yeah. So
My God,
there you
you
go.
need to see me like trying to catch out a little bumblebee goby from all of those plants, standing there like a madman, shooing away with a little net. Ah,
Do you know what that's called, Rob? It's called tossing the salad days.
yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, but it's really terrible. And that one little bastard, bumblebee gobies have amazed me in the last few weeks like no other fish. They're intelligent and fast. They can be
Oh, I
really
know they
fast
are.
and they swim like in a very erratic way. So they go left, up, down. They don't swim straight on like a normal fish would.
Left, right, down, down.
Have you seen Rob's comments?
Rim job. Charlotte says, right, I demand you all sing us a song now. So it's up, up, down, down, left, right, up, round. That's the Gobi song.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Have you seen that little short where Charlotte actually used your song?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Did you see the frog one?
No, I didn't see that one.
The
I'm
frog
gonna
one.
look it
What
up.
was the frog
I need to
one?
look it up.
It's out. I might have only TikToked it, to be honest. The frog one was Keith reckons I'm mad. I was in the it might be on TikTok, but I was just watching the frogs and I can't even remember what the song was. Charlotte, what was the frog song on TikTok? I tell you what, let me go and find it on TikTok. Can't even remember what it was. It was about 7 seconds.
Oh, okay, yeah, but I'm not on TikTok. That's maybe why I don't know it.
It was only about 7 seconds, and I've got to try and
Okay.
find it. But it was, when you're in just a really stupid mood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was amazed by your shrimp song. Actually, it still it
Oh yeah,
continued.
it
You know, it was like, oh my god, you have a
it
lot of
was
lyrics.
it was. Who let the frogs out? Roo, 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 roo. Who let the frogs out?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Keep your dick clean and tap that screen, or would you prefer the squats? That was a beautiful song, Glenn. I'm trying to think of the song. It's up, up, down, down, up, up,
Oh,
down, down.
fishing guys. By the way, like I promised for, because I reached 100 subs, I made yeah, a one-off little present for the one that wins the prize, and it will be sent worldwide. Let's
Brilliant.
invest.
I'm gonna. So I was thinking about when I hit 1K, and I, th- I think how do you do it's shipping? I don't know how to. Rob does it. There must be a way to do it, but I don't know whether to do like a voucher for the website, or
Yeah, I
get
mean, oh
get
yeah,
some
a
merch
voucher would
made,
also
or
be good.
get some merch made or something like that.
Merch is
So
also a really fun thing, you know. Even if you make it like a one-off, that was what I was planning to do, like make a
a, u-
one-off,
a
and I'm
unique
planning
drop,
to put
like,
on it one of one.
yeah, a unique drop or something like that.
Hmm.
My
Yeah,
my lad
exactly.
buys he watches some guys, I think they're on YouTube, could be on TikTok, I'm not sure, called Childish, a
Hmm.
group of lads, and they do merch drops. But some of the stuff that he's bought from Australia on merch
Oh,
drops is absolutely stunning, really nice
yeah,
clothing. Rob
cool.
needs a dump. Rob always needs a dump. I reckon
Yeah,
Rob
it
must do
is.
about
He's
15
got a
dumps
good
a day.
ball movement.
The Yeah, I might do some merch actually. I might do some merch
Yeah,
drops
that would
and
be
then
fun,
ship
you
it.
know.
So I was thinking, I really want one of Garage Aquatic's neon Tetra t-shirts. Um, and it doesn't ship worldwide, but I'm sure I need to ask him. But I was thinking, I wonder if I bought it, sent it to Jeff, paid Jeff to ship it to me as like
Well,
a,
yeah,
so he doesn't
yeah,
have to ship
middleman,
it as
the straw man.
goods.
Yeah,
The straw man.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's exactly
the,
what do you call
yeah,
it here, a
the,
straw man.
the John F. Kennedy man. The guy the guy on the grassy knoll.
Yeah,
The
yeah, and we need a woman with a scarf and a camera.
Yeah, absolutely. Strange how someone was filming it, wasn't it? The And I think if it's sort of set, because it's clothing, if he sent it and he ticked it's a gift, then I think it bypasses customs and all that stuff.
Your total costs of your of the value of your products needs to stay under 150 euros. So I don't know how much pounds that is, and if you guys have exactly the same rule as us, but
Um,
that's
we
how I
do,
discovered it.
but it's £130. However,
Yeah, that's 150 for us.
that
Yeah,
probably
just about the
equates
same
to
price.
150. Yeah.
So yeah, if you say under that 150 limit, you know that it doesn't look something that's worth 150, they're gonna let it pass. Especially if Glenn puts in like a little, if Jeff puts in like a little note, "Happy birthday, buddy," you know.
Do you know
You're
I bought? This is true. I bought $1,000 worth of products from Taiwan,
oh yeah,
and the company in Taiwan marked it as corporate gifts.
really? And did it pass?
Yeah,
Oh my god, really? That's good. That's good.
yeah, corporate gifts, $1,000.
Let's not mention this online anymore.
That's why I haven't mentioned the name.
I was also thinking, Glenn, you know what would be an awesome gift for your 1,000 subscribers? You send the winner 1,000 business cards. A box of
I'm
1,000 business cards of GB shrimp. Here you
I'm
go, buddy.
I'm taking 2 seconds.
You're gonna
I'm
take a
ta-
dump, right?
I'm taking this box, this box of 1,000 with me on Monday because I'm
Yeah.
hoping
Okay.
I'm hoping to make some contacts. But let me just oh, that's why, because you're on big screen.
I'm gonna have to check it after the stream, Rob, because I'm streaming on my phone right now.
Them ones.
Rob told me to check WhatsApp.
Yeah, this I mean. Can you see the screen?
Nope. It's still my tank.
Oh, there's a delay on it then.
Yeah, now I see you. There he is.
One
Yeah,
of these.
exactly. Yeah, you sent 1,000 of those, dude.
One of
Yeah.
these.
Yeah.
Take your pick.
Exactly.
I tell you what, the 1,000 thing probably isn't a bad idea, you know, because you could have a merch, you could have a bespoke merch made with
Hmm.
1,000 subs.
Yeah, and you can even make like even if it's merch, like a hat or like something like I don't know, like a little sculpture or I don't know what, see like with your logo into it. It can go as original as you want it to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Rob's got one of the hats. The hats were really nice, but I can't remember where I got the hats from because the place I use for my merch now.
Mhm.
In fact, let me.
Can't you find
That
it back in your old emails, in your sent
maybe
emails, or the ones that you received from them?
let me log into here a minute.
Or what I sometimes do is also go on my browser and then go into the history and then I put in the word that I'm looking for and then I would put like hats or t-shirts or merch and with a little bit of luck it will still be in your history.
How do I copy? There you go. Oh, where's that then? There. So I already have a little bit of merch
Hmm.
in. Oh, I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know why the link's so long. Let's remove that a second. How can I delete that?
Rob says that the head are rubbish, Glenn. The hats are rubbish.
Oh,
Very
here we go.
shallow fitting. Makes my head look like Ryan Beanhead.
Let's.
Beanie! I'm still upset that you blocked Beanie, Rob. Beanie was our friend. He liked you.
I think it is literally just.
That's really a handy link there. Yeah. That's
It's too long. That link is.
I'm gonna remember it by heart.
I think it's this.
But Rob says that your hats are too small. Maybe it's Rob's head that's too big for the hat.
I think
Have
it's
you
that
ever
one.
thought about that, Rob?
Oh, nice one, Mickey. Mickey's done all his water changes.
Ooh, I need a Nikki.
So yeah, I think can someone try that link? Does that link work? I need to do some work on this merch stuff, but
Yeah, I
what I
usually
need
do
to
it
do.
when nobody's streaming or when I'm bored. I check those things out. I was playing today with I made a cool picture with AI, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a T-shirt with it related to my
I
to my
had
channel.
loads of them, and I mean loads of them, and I'd use the Microsoft AI
Yeah,
thing, and I created loads of merch, really nice, and then I read that you can't use it for commercial purposes.
really? Oh
Yep.
man, do you have a Android phone or the fancy one?
Android.
Android? Okay. Then there's a thing, this app called PixArt.
Yeah.
You need to pay for it, but I clicked on the 3 month subscribe thing for 1 month trial, and there you can actually make AI pictures and you can save them and use them on anything that you want.
PICS.
Yeah,
PIX.
yeah, PixArt, PICSART, PixArt. It's a
AI
purple,
photo
it's a
video
purple
editor.
thingy with a white P in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. And if you go, yeah, if you get the app, and then you will see there's like a little there's little squares underneath of your the big pictures, and
Yeah.
right on, and then there's an option create AI picture, and then you just push on it, and it asks you what you want to create, and it gives you all kinds of styles that you can select too.
I want to look at the terms of use. Who can use it? You must be 13 years old.
Are you?
No. About 6 times over. Abusive conduct, description and billing. I want to look if you can use it for commercial purposes because it's a business.
Oh yeah, you need to be careful with that. That's true. Yeah.
PixArt allows you to create, edit, publish, store, and share images, stickers, videos, and other content to interact with other users and their content. Certain aspects of the service may be available only in the app, on the website, and of a service type. You may need to create accounts. Your license to use PixArt, we grant you a limited, non-exclusive, non-transferable, and revocable license provided by users. We own and retain all rights, titles, and interest.
So what does that mean?
These terms do not grant you any rights to our graphical user interface, trademarks, service marks, feedback, comments, suggestions. You are responsible for your use of the service.
Yeah, well,
Graphic
I'm irresponsible. Look at what you did now. See, I'm using it.
Yeah, I need to read through that.
Yeah, yeah. Especially because you have a legit business. I'm just a stupid little YouTube channel. Nobody's gonna notice.
I think you can use it for personal use.
Mm-hmm.
So if your YouTube channel's personal,
Yeah,
that's fine. Mine isn't. My YouTube channel's linked to the business.
yeah. I can't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that
That
that makes it tricky.
I my accountant agreed that YouTube's classed as marketing. So anything I spend to buy videos, I can put through the business as marketing.
Exactly. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hi, is it Magnus? Yes, Magnus. Hi, Magnus.
Hello, Magnus.
You've come in quite late. I'm flagging a little bit here, and Joff's managed. So Rob was on. We've had Rainer on. Joff's held the stream up for me and
No
kept it
problem, Matt.
kept it going a bit. So I'm not sure if you guys are aware. I'm quite close to being monetized. Not as in 1,000 subs, as in 503,000 hours. But I sort of take a step forward. I take 2 steps forward and 1 back because the hours are across a 365-day period. I might gain 10 hours for today, but tomorrow I might lose 5 from 366 days ago. So the last hurdle's hard. Although,
Yeah, I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because your hours are a week behind, last
Mhm.
Friday I had 30 hours. My video that's got
Yeah,
40, 50 hours on it. So I need about
that's good.
170. So within
Oh yeah.
within the next few weeks, which is why I'm really pushing and trying to get the lives going and stuff. But obviously sometimes I
Yeah,
don't.
and I'll cheat too. And if I see your stuff popping up, I'll share it on mine. Maybe that creates a little bit more of a flow for you too.
If somebody wants to leave a laptop on and click on one of my playlists and play all, I won't say no.
Yeah, that's actually a good plan. That's true. Because I know other channels that do that that too. I even knew a guy that
Wow.
he tells Bigfoot stories, and that
Yeah.
dude does contests, and at the end of like 2 weeks or something, the person that has the most watch hours, that one wins. But I don't know how he checks it.
I don't think you can.
I don't. Yeah, exactly. I always wondered how he did it. You know.
How can you? I don't know anywhere in the stats that I can get that shows me who's watched my
Yeah, me
channel
neither.
more than anybody else.
Me neither, exactly. But it doesn't show for me exactly who watches what or how much time or it doesn't specify.
I might take you up on that, Charlotte, if you show me via an AI image what you want. So one of the things I'd love is I'd love a T-shirt with a GB logo somewhere on it. Can be small, which I could send you, and shrimps, frogs, and isopods and spiders. Or do I just do like a frogs T-shirt? Do you know what I mean? And sort of an illustration of one of the yellow and blue frogs.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You know, maybe something on there like Froggy style or something. You know, like the word Froggy style by GB Shrimp or something like that, and maybe and I can add text to it anyway through the designs. I can upload the design and then add stuff around it.
yeah. It
Um,
is.
that's amazing. So Charlotte had 8.2 thousand views on one short.
It's because she wears makeup, guys.
I'll have to give that a try.
I'm being for real. Next time that I'm gonna do a live, I'm gonna wear makeup just to see if it will. I'm gonna do it.
You need to get your moves out. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, yeah. But those are tattooed. I don't know if it's gonna be allowed on YouTube. No, that's too hot for YouTube. Yeah, it
Public
is.
watch hours is 2 hours, but your overall is in the thousands. I've definitely hit the 3,000 hours if I go into studio. So if I look at the last 365 days, I've definitely hit 3,000 hours. But I don't think they attribute all the hours to you. I think
In,
they look at
in
it and say,
studios,
well,
I always have more watching hours and more views than what it says on my profile page.
yeah,
So I always wonder like which one is the correct one, you know?
yeah.
Are you guys guessing just like me? Just give him a number, he will be happy with it.
The thing is, you've got no way of knowing.
No,
So
exactly.
the
Exactly.
example was I was on 2,780 hours, and then the day after I was on two. So this is towards my monetization, not in like if you click the dollar sign.
Hmm.
And the day after I was on 2,783, so I'd gained 3 hours.
Yeah.
And the day after I was back to 2,780. So
You've had. Yeah.
the only thing I can think is 366 days ago,
Hmm.
I must have had 3 hours watch time, and that's dropped off as the
Yeah, Kim
days
had the
moved.
same thing going on. She had, I don't know, X amount of watching hours, and she told me, hey, is that normal that it went down again? I said, like,
Yeah,
no, that's
because
not possible. But
well,
I
it
thought that
is.
it maybe was with that 28-day counting thing that you have.
Well, you have to have 3,000 hours of public watch time
Hmm.
um, in the last 365 days. So if you had 2,900, so let's say you had 3,000 or 2,999 today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you pick up an hour, so you're on 3,000. But you might lose 99 because those 99 watch hours were 366 days ago.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's a rolling thing, and it just frustrates the hell out of me. So Mickey said he'll leave his PC on repeat while he's away. I know it's pennies, yeah. I know it's pennies. I know that. It's a target that it'd just be nice to hit. So, and I know it's pennies. And mine will go. Mine's set up as the business, so that it'll be a revenue stream for the business. If it's £5 a month, it's £5 a month.
That's pretty good. You know, it's
Let's
better than nothing.
Yeah, I like that one, Rob. Let's go frogging instead of dogging. Yellow and blue, I like it. It's because the frog's yellow and blue. It's an Azurius Tinctorius Cobalt, so they're light blue and dark blue with a yellow band around the head.
There we go.
What
you could also do, Glenn, is like make one for each kind of hobbies. Like after a while, like you make one with a frog on it, one with a fish on it, one with a
One with the
snake on it,
shrimp.
one with an isopod, a shrimp, whatever you want. Yeah, and you
Yeah,
make an
Rob.
entire line like that in after a while. You know.
Well, I've set up another channel for the isopods because I don't do much with the isopods, but I've started dropping out little shorts.
Isopods are very unknown actually because it's pretty much because of you guys that I know that isopods are actually a thing. That I remember them from crushing them when I was a kid, and that's it.
Let's see if I can find something can share a screen. This is probably going to log in as me, but I know it is. Yeah, it is. Let's have a look. At Pod Pets.
Public watch hours from non-subscribers. I think it is Charlotte.
What?
Charlotte asks if public watch hours are also from non-subscribers.
Yeah, it's just put whatever's been watched publicly.
Yeah.
But my point is, there is no way of knowing what you had 366 days ago. So you're taking YouTube's word for it.
Exactly. That was exactly what I was thinking too. Like, if this thing tells me that only 10 people saw it, how could I know if even 10,000 saw it? If YouTube tells me these numbers, there's no way to verify it. Or I'm not saying that they tricking you, but they could
Yeah,
if they wanted to.
yeah. But it's just I'm the sort of person I want to see it in black and white.
Yeah.
So I only set this up a week ago, and I created 4 shorts. I just set them up as like on timers to release
Okay.
on certain times. But I think I can't remember if this was the first one or the last one, but they're getting sort of 500 views a short. If I put a short out on GB Shrimp, I'm lucky to get 50 views.
That's weird. That has to be something with their algorithms to see how popular you are or something, or
Do you know,
how trending that you are.
do you
Because
know
I
what I
noticed.
think it is?
Mhm.
It's known and it's an open statement that YouTube's algorithm tries to push small channels under 500 subscribers,
Yeah,
and it feels like once you hit 5, they just drop
that's
you, and you have to earn it.
yeah. There's a void somewhere. There's a
Yeah,
void that they don't push
yeah,
you anymore. Yeah, yeah.
that's what I think. So yeah, they're all sort of hitting around the 500 mark. Um,
Yeah.
I created this intro.
Yeah, my best ones are at the same time. That good?
Could you
That was
hear the
you, right?
Yeah? Could you hear the sound on that?
Yeah, and pretty well. It went really damn loud. That was why I was panicking. I was like, "What the hell is this again?"
Well,
Usually it's me.
that's really good to know then, because
Yeah, it worked really well. Yeah.
what I could do on a live then is if I go to my own channel, So this was what I was panicking and trying to do the other day, and I couldn't do it. But if I go to videos, manage videos, I wanted to play a video on the live, and I couldn't. And it was the one, this one. So
Oh.
and this luxury shrimp, £1,000 for 4. I wanted to play that on a live stream,
Mm-hmm.
and I probably could have done it through Restream and just clicked. So I could have quite easily just clicked on a video
Mm-hmm.
and played it. I'll mute it. I'll
Well,
drop the
you're
volume.
more knowledgeable than me on about it. I usually have to ask Charlotte like everybody does.
So I could have probably played that, and if anyone's interested, not that you probably are, but if anyone's interested, if I go to so this is so this was released today.
Mm-hmm.
Anything above that is scheduled in.
Oh yeah.
Apart from the top one. That's I've redone it. It's down here.
Yeah, because I usually also see them pop up when you post those videos, And when I go to my subscriptions and then I take live on top on my phone, then I
Yeah.
get like everybody that's gonna be that is streaming or will be
Oh,
streaming.
these aren't
That's how I
streamed.
keep track of it.
These aren't streamed. These are
Oh,
filmed and edited videos.
oh yeah.
So
See, you're way above my level.
we're 2 a week up until
Good night, honey. You go to sleep.
yeah we're two a week up until the 27th of October, and then I've got my Sunday ones done all the way up until the 17th of November. So the top one's gone, and I'm not going to release this one. I'm going to download it and put it on the Isopod channel because it's an Isopod one.
Oh yeah.
But this one. I might need to rename this. So it's called the most hated aquarium that we have. So this is the dual one. But if I go into that, so I pay for a subscription service. I've still got to do stuff with this, chapter it up and stuff, and add tags. But I can ask it to give me suggestions of what that service thinks
Yeah, that's pretty
will be
interesting.
a good title. Yeah,
Mm,
see that none of them really fit, but that one does. The Dark Truth about, and it scores it.
yeah, something like that. Why not? You need something a little bit catchy also to
And this
entice people to
here,
click on
what
it.
I could, so I spent 30 days with the most hated aquarium. I could change that to a whole day, and then when I click away from it, it will give it a score, and it will tell me and it will tell me where I'm missing.
Oh yeah, that's really cool.
It'll give me a score on the video, and then the bit that you'll love is, see if I can find it. It's broken. This is so AI generated thumbnails. So I get 10 credits a month, but they never
Mhm.
go down. I've told them.
Well, yeah, that's also has to be a bug somewhere in their system, no?
Yeah, they've been told. I've worked with
Yeah.
them. I've videoed stuff. I've sent it them. So I don't like those, and it won't take a credit off me anyway. So I can refresh them, and
Yeah.
it'll create me the thumbnail. So if anyone, just if in case anyone wanted to know where my thumbnails come from, that's where.
How do you actually always make those pretty like thumbnails for your videos? Because I noticed
That
that yours
that's
are always looking really
it.
sharpish.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah,
So I,
basically anyone. Because when I look at your videos, you always have like a nice image, to click on.
and I can just change this text. So I've lost the picture on that for some reason. There you go. And then just use it and apply the thumbnail. And you can download them as well. So you can sort of save
Oh,
if you have a
but
play.
how do you make those pictures? Do you make them yourself or like in AI or?
AI.
Oh, okay, now I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's an AI thumbnail builder.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now I get it. Because
And then
these days everybody's got like this really like a fancy page like you have. Pretty picture
it's,
of shrimp, pretty picture of thumbnails. Have you seen mine? It's like a mess. My God.
I think I paid for the year and it was £90, I think, for the year.
Yeah, that's a
And it
pretty good
and
price.
it's only the base one, but you get it's called vidIQ anyway. It's all right.
Yeah.
But what I can also do is you put tags on your videos.
Mm.
So what you can
Uh,
also do is you can create tag templates.
yeah.
So I've got a shrimp video that hit 1.7 thousand views, and these were the tags that I used on it. So I've saved it.
Oh
So
yeah,
now I
yeah.
can insert all them tags. But this one, because this one's an aquarium one, and it will give you some options. So aquarium
Oh,
fish and aquarium, and
those
then
AI things really helped out a lot in that
they
thing.
don't.
No.
So, nah, when I first started using it, and I was trying to get to 500 subs massively, but
Hmm.
after 500 subs, I don't think it makes any difference. And I've sort of done videos myself and put my own crappy thumbnails in.
Yeah.
So if I go back to this one with my crappy little thumbnail, that's done all right.
Well, yeah.
But I know why. I know why, and it's something to do with the title.
Oh yeah, like that. Yeah.
And it's those words there. It is, honestly. Put aquarium plants in your title, your video will do good.
Yeah, that's true. But that's why I noticed when I put like the hashtags like aquascaping, the fancy words. Um, planted tank, planted aquarium, also nano planted aquarium and nano. The
Yeah.
word nano. People love mini nano.
And it's just, yeah, I think as well, a lot of people, what's happening is a lot of people are going to nano
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. Yeah, it's the latest hype, the latest years. And also they usually, when people think that like they usually say, I want to get a fish tank, but not too big, and
Yeah.
that's usually where we will say, yeah, but you should consider. And yeah, if you don't have somebody telling you, well, being a wise ass like we like to do, then you actually go for that little nano tank, and yeah, it's gonna fail 9 out of 10. But they just put a betta in it and like plastic plant, because sometimes when you see like the really high level aquascaping, it's tricky because you think I could do that too. Well, it takes you a couple of times of trying.
Yeah.
My
100%.
God, my very
Hiya,
first
Kaz.
aquascape, I was so proud of it. Poured water into it, and the whole damn thing floated up. I was gonna become crazy. I almost gave up aquascaping as a whole.
Do you know
And
the
then
first
about two
cape?
to three months afterwards, I restarted, and then all of a sudden it worked. I don't know why, but it did.
Do you know the first scape where I got into shrimp? I I I sprayed it down, I planted everything, and then I'd
Mhm.
got loads of bits of dragonstone in it,
Yeah.
and I hadn't supported the dragonstone properly. I'd
Uh,
splashed it into the soil. When the soil got wet, all the dragonstone sank.
yeah. I,
Kaz,
oh man, that's also one of those details. That's true if you don't think about it. Yeah, Dragonstone will sink there. The other day when I set up that little shrimp culling tank, and I asked my daughter, like, make a little aquascape out of it, how I showed you, and she done a pretty good job at it. And stupidly, I was filling up the tank, and it was the first pour, and I wasn't paying attention, and my bucket went clunk. So that gave like this entire pour into the tank. All the sand came curling up, the worst thing ever to happen. I was like, oh man,
2 seconds, Joff.
no
Uh,
problem, man.
Kaz, you work in a hospital.
In the
Have you been
meanwhile,
poorly?
I'm gonna get something to drink downstairs. Gonna be
No
right
worries.
back.
Have you been poorly, Kaz? Let's wait for Kaz to comment. I know you work in a hospital, but have you been poorly? I've got something to cheer you up anyway, Kaz. Tomorrow's auction, she's gonna kill me. Tomorrow's auction will consist of that's not Boost Lamandu. I know what I've done. Cryptocorini, can't remember what one that is. Boost Katarina, Boost Sintang. Oh, terrible. Boost Biblis. Pleuris is horrible. Boost Thea Red. Boost Thea Green. Cryptocorini Walker Eye. Cryptocorini Wenty Eye Brown. Crypt Petchi. Um, Liliopsis Nova Zelandia Tabs. Ritala. Oh, I've done something wrong here because I've changed my pics. Let's find the other pictures. Let's replace that with an image. There. Ritala orange juice. I knew you'd kill me. How you feeling now anyway?
Was that some Jenkins Rippens that you had there?
No.
It's a funny name, Jenkins Rippens.
Junkins Reppens, yeah.
Especially if you're Flemish like me, it doesn't sound at all Jenkins
Junkins
Rippens.
Reppens, yeah.
I sound like a barbarian. Those are pretty ones too. Those little, what is that, Rotala ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
To,
just tried. Those are the really red ones that I popped in the back, and literally in like a couple of days they became bam, really red. Those
I want,
heroes lights are good.
I want so you know the tank that I've got in the behind me, the small one,
Mhm.
the one that I ended up putting a crypt in instead of just the grass. I might, if some of the, I think I've put everything into a bundle apart from one pot of orange juice, and it is a CO2 tank as well. So
Yeah.
so I, I'm going to put at least one pot in the back of that tank, but I might, if some of it doesn't sell, I'm not too worried because I don't mind it. I know it's a stem and you have to pull it out and put it back in. So, hi Ron.
Yeah, and I think that it will sell pretty easy because usually if you're into plants like us, everything that
Well,
has a little bit of a special color, those will sell easy.
Rob's gonna
And
swipe all
it's a
the
good looking
Rob's
plant too. It's healthy.
Rob's gonna swipe all the cryptocrines.
Oh, again, be
Yeah.
careful, guys.
He said he's
BD
got
Rid is on.
his sniper rifle out. Hi Ron. Ron, I'm trying to work out a way to buy a t-shirt and then get someone to send it me as a gift from the States.
Ask Jeff or Ron.
I'm gonna ask Jeff. Well, Ron
Yeah.
doesn't ship. Ron doesn't ship. But if you ship it as a gift rather than
Yep.
as a purchase,
And stay under 150. 130 for you.
Kaz is open to nice prezzies. You always get nice prezzies off me anyway.
Hi, Kaz. I just heard a little bit of the talk with Glenn, so I hope you're doing well.
She's been in hospital on an IV antibiotics,
Oh
intravenous
my.
antibiotics for 5 days with
Oh. Oh my.
I'll have a look, Ron.
Well,
I'll have
sending much love to you. You know.
and she's had pleurisy.
Mm.
So I've never had it. When my sister had cancer, she had a bout of pleurisy, and she said it feels like your lungs are grating on your ribs.
Oh man. Yeah.
She said it's so painful. It's fluid, isn't it? It's similar. It's a bit like pneumonia, but I think it's bacterial or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The shirt I want, Ron, is the. I'll message Jeff. I need to look at you because your 3XL might be totally different to a UK 3XL. But we're all praying for your cousin, hoping you a quick recovery, and I'll have to see what I can send you for your birthday. So yeah, it's
Yeah. I always say that you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have your health,
100%,
mm,
100%, and I I'm walking testimony to that. Not the money. I haven't had all the money in the world, but if I had a choice between my health and all the money in the world, I would choose my health because I know how bad it can be, and literally in a space of a few weeks, my life changed with a disc problem in my back.
oh yeah, yeah, that's how it went for me too.
Fifth,
I was a very well successful tattoo artist having my own shop, and
yeah,
after 8 years, I stupidly went on to a holiday in Turkey. I
yeah,
wasn't acting like a buffoon or nothing, and it was just some stairs like in a half bow going down into the pool. I just
yeah.
misstepped. I fell flat down on my ass and on my lower back, and ever since then I started to have troubles with my back.
Mine,
And yeah, a couple of years
mine
later,
went.
right before COVID, I had to close down my shop because I couldn't hold it anymore.
I really struggled. I've struggled with my back for years, but when it got really bad, and I recovered from it, but this is loads worse. The racks were in the kitchen. I'd The dog's bed was there, and rather than move the dog's bed, I put a 25-litre bucket to the left hand side and
Hmm.
drained too much water into that bucket doing water changes. And rather than move stuff,
Yeah.
I reached and lifted, and I actually felt something crunch in my back.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah.
I think a few of us will, Ron. I think a few of
Oh,
us will buy some of the t-shirts.
I still do the bucket water change, and I regularly feel the crack in the back now. So when I do them,
I still do bucket. I still do buckets, but I'm only doing
half.
10 litres max. I'm using a
Yeah.
small bucket, and I've literally only got to walk it 2 yards to the sink
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
from pretty much anywhere. And if it got to the point where I was struggling with that bucket, I'd just pump it.
Hmm.
I'd
Yeah.
just get a pump with a filter, like
Yeah.
a filter sock on it.
I'm lucky enough to have a house that is in levels. So downstairs was my tattoo shop, and we have our garage, and we live on top of that. So my
Yeah,
house is like a big loft kind of thing, you see.
yeah,
And yeah, luckily I just do my buckets for my small tanks, and everything that is my bigger tank, like the 90 gallon, that's 350 liters. That
Yeah.
one I fill up with two GBL Python systems that I combined into one. You know, I just made like one giant, very long hose that goes completely through the length of my house.
That's the only difficult tank. The one that the 40 gallon in the living room is the
Oh
only
yeah,
only difficult one for me because I can drain it out the back into the back garden. So draining it's not a
yeah,
problem, but I fill
but
it
it,
up with
yeah.
tap water, and
Mhm.
I take about 90% out of it because of how bad it gets. And I think I counted 12 buckets, so I'm putting
Oh,
about
wow.
120 liters back in
Yeah,
out of a 180, and I'm carrying that 6 yards backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. So that takes a little bit out of me. It sounds stupid just carrying a bucket, but it takes a bit out of me.
yeah. Why don't you put a hose on that?
I should really.
Yeah, Python's little Python system, hose on it,
Do you know?
and
Do
your
you know?
back will really be happy about it.
Do you know? Rob says when he farts, he can literally slip a disc. I've tried it, but it's the tap's like a mixer, and I
Oh
bought
yeah.
I bought, which is ideal, but I bought one of these things that sort of goes over the tap, but it
Hmm.
doesn't seal properly. It sprays everywhere. So
Yeah, mine does the same. It's really fun. Oh yeah, yeah. Dude, I bought a 60 euro GBL kit, and it sprays all around my kitchen.
what I can
I'm
do
not
with
happy,
this,
GBL. If you hear this, by the way, it's not
there's,
funny.
there's a plastic like
Yep,
where
and it's not.
at the,
Yeah, where the
at the,
where the mold comes together, there are
yeah.
little holes in it, and because of the pressure, it
Well,
spurts out.
what I can get for this, I can get for mine underneath the tap. So part of the tap itself, nothing to do with the hose. There's like a diffuser. So when you water sprays, it's not just coming out of a pipe; it comes like out through a mesh.
Yeah,
If I can get that off, you can actually buy a fitting that screws into the tap itself. It actually screws into the tap. At the end of it's like a hose connector. That would work.
exactly.
But
That's one of
I
the That's one of those that I've been looking for. I've been eyeballing those. I'm thinking to go to some kind of
te-
garden
Timu,
garden center, and just get
Timu,
a Timu.
I think actually, if you buy, I think a normal hose one's the same thread. So if you get one that screws in a hose connector, it's the same thread. But I'm sure I got mine. I got a stainless steel one off Timu, and I put it down somewhere. But why mine sprays is because I put like an adjustable spanner on that plastic thing underneath the tap, trying to unscrew
Mhm.
it, and I've rounded that off, and I've damaged it. So that's why
Yeah.
mine sprays. But I need to get
Oh
a
yeah.
proper pair of grips on it.
I had that happening with my first one, with my first kit. I tightened it so heavily onto the connector piece that goes onto your tap, the brass collar thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, that I couldn't get the plastic loose anymore, so I had to buy a whole new set. I was really upset by that.
I've got one of those things here. See if I can find it. I saw it earlier. Let me put
Man, I
myself.
went to three different like hardware stores, and they never had the right size. Never. I didn't understand how that was possible. But that's a typical Belgian thing for you. We're a
I,
modern country, but if you need something, you're not gonna find it.
that's the thing that I bought to screw
Hmm.
on the tap. But you know this bit on the end here.
Yeah,
You know this bit.
yeah,
This bit.
yeah,
It's can't get it to show. You can get one that's similar to that, but instead of screwing on the outside, it screws on the inside, and that
yeah,
screws into your tap. And that's that's what I've got. But I say I just need to get a pair of proper pipe grips and work out how to take that thing off. It should just unscrew, but it's probably not corroded because it's plastic, but it's probably got lime scale on it and stuff. So it's probably it's difficult. I mean, other than that, just get a new tap. But I don't really want to do that.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah, placing in a whole new tab just to get a damn siphon working on it.
So this up on screen, I'll get grief for it. I'll get grief for screaming this long. I'm trying to sleep, still on there.
I've seen an American YouTuber once. I don't remember who it was. It was one of the bigger channels, like come on, what's their name again? They're expecting a baby too, not the shrimp couple, but
Um,
they're friends of
not
Corey,
not sure.
also a couple. Her name is Shelly Shelby. I'm bad at names, man. Sorry. But there's a couple. Well, and that dude, he made like his own little Python system with
Yeah,
pieces that he found at a plumber, at a plumbing store. And I
yeah,
always wondered which pieces he used because it looked pretty simple and stuff, But I was like, what did you use, man? I need to get me one of those.
yeah. See, what I like about the Python system is the fact that it drains as well.
It is exactly. That's pretty
But
handy.
Garden of Eden.
The only No, not Garden of Eden. I would say 1,000 times. It's one of those brain farts that I'm having.
Yeah, I get them all the
Damn it.
time.
Yeah, it becomes worse by getting older. If I'm getting that old as you, I'm not going to be able to remember my old name. It's going to be bad.
Do you know the only good thing about running your own business and being a director of a company?
Tell me.
Loads of people ask you to can you sign my passport?
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. The only thing that I said about it when I had my own little business, like you, one person, I always said I like my boss.
My missus says to me today, she's when are you going to get a proper job? I said,
Yeah,
what do you mean?
yeah,
And the difficulty with me is I'm an IT consultant and I was earning 50k a year. The business was like a little side hustle type thing, and obviously I got ill. But I was chatting to Rob earlier on Messenger, and I said I could do with 2 or 3 days a week, and Rob said, "But you wouldn't manage it. You wouldn't." And he's right because some nights I can't sleep. I'm in so much pain. I get up and drop onto someone's stream because I'm in.
yeah. I know. I see you pretty often.
And, and
I'm always awake. I'm a
how do you
vampire.
hold
So
how do you hold a job down and do that as well?
that's pretty much impossible. That's true because most of us are here. We found each other because we all have like some health issues, be it like physically or mentally whatsoever. And most of us are here. That's how we find each other because yeah, we live on unnatural hours. That's how
It's
I keep astonishing American people. Like, what
it's
time is it right at your place?
it's
5 a.m.
bizarre, isn't
Dude,
it?
still awake.
All I all I know is that I think Craig's 7 hours ahead and Jeff's 5 hours behind. That's all I know. And you guys are an
Yeah,
hour in front as
yeah,
well.
I do the same thing. You guys are 1 hour behind me. Jeff is about 6, 7. RC, he's in Cali, so that's about 6 to 8. And then
Yeah.
when we go in front, Craig, that's about 8 in front of me, something like that.
Hi, White Mane. How you doing? 3G.
That's also I know Mike from New Local Austin. He has the same thing as me. We both get a kick out of the fact that we can actually these days like
Small
be
farmer.
talking with each other. What have you guys also been thinking about the fact what we would have done, like for an example, in our situation, but in the 80s, we would have.
Sorry, I'm trying to catch loads of comments all at
Oh,
once.
no problem.
Apologies. So, small farmer said, "Can't believe Joe Biden sent a hurricane at Florida." Prayers from Canada. Have you guys not heard of HARP? HAARP. HARP weather satellites. I'm down. I'm heading down the conspiracy track here.
Yeah, let's put our tinfoil hat on.
So
It's
I
that
tell you
time
what,
of the evening.
Ron has hit something on the head. How do you make $1 million in business? Start with 5 million, and
Yeah,
he's not
exactly,
and he's not wrong.
exactly.
You
the
know, if
other
you want,
day I the other day I read an article in the Belgian newspaper, and it was because the most successful young businesswoman of the year it turned out that she was working in daddy's business. You know,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
was a top salesman in daddy's business. Yeah,
The
yeah,
way you make $1,000 is you spend, especially in the shrimp in the aquatics industries, you spend $2,000.
exactly,
That's how
exactly.
you make
That's
a
exactly the
thousand
same
dollars.
thing. Yeah, same with
That's
tattooing, man.
I'm a,
If you want to earn something out of tattooing, well, first of it, it's gonna take you 5 years of apprenticeship, however you do it, basically, and cost you a buttload of money, you know, and then
3G
you
says
start to make some money.
3G says the stream's fixing to get down. Mark Zuckerberg's on it. I'm telling you. He yeah, just like Hunter Biden.
It's all Mark Zuckerberg, I'm telling you.
Do you know I'm gutted because I really want to wrap this up because I am tired and I've been going for 3.5 hours. But I'm also conscious that we've got people that I've never had in my stream here before, so I don't really want to go. But I'm done. I'm run out. I'm not sure the Hunger Bidens. I'm not sure if any of you guys are going to go live after me, or I'm
Well,
sure.
why
I'm
not, you
sure.
know? I can
Well, isn't
easily take it over, you know? It wouldn't
isn't
be StreamYard and so fancy as Glenn's guys, but
yeah? Well, you're welcome to do that.
by the way, I was thinking I'm gonna invite you guys to do some lives with me, a couple of you guys. But
Yeah,
I'm
you're
really
welcome.
wanting to do like more of a little bit of interview style, you know, go
That's good. Yeah,
like
happy
talk
with that.
about a team.
I like
I
that.
was thinking about preparing some questions. I got lots of ideas. Need to write them down.
See, we were talking about me, Rob, and Keith at one point. We're talking about. I was really keen to do podcasts, but not as a podcast, as a YouTube video,
Yeah.
and three of like doing a stream like this, but a private one and recording it and just having the crack, and then putting it up as like a podcast style video. But that was sort of where I think the original Friday thing was we were looking at doing this thing called the Three Amigos, and it was going to
Mhm.
be the three of us. It was just going to be light-hearted and banter, and it was just going to be light-hearted and banter. Um, and we were going to have an occasional guest on, or there was going to be the three of us. And because of Keith's work commitments, if Keith wasn't on one week, we were going to get a guest on. But it just
Yeah.
never happened.
Well, you can always start it up, you know.
Look at this. Told you. I knew it'd be here.
There is Mark. Hello, Mark.
Yeah, you're not called
Welcome.
Zuckerberg. We don't call you Zuckerberg in the UK. It sounds similar, but one of the letters is different.
Oh yeah, but isn't this trendy name the Zuck in America? The Zuck? Didn't they say that?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think I've heard that
I'm not
before. Yeah.
sure. Guy
Well,
looks like
hello,
a
Mark.
blooming alien.
Do you keep any fish?
He probably does,
With
you
all
know.
that money, you could buy a lot of fish, dude. You
He
could
probably
have an
get
awesome fish room.
he probably gets
Glenn's got
somebody
some
to look
awesome
after
shrimp.
it for him. Has anybody seen the aquariums at Jake Paul's house in Puerto Rico? Jake Paul's got he got some aquarium dudes to come and fit him a saltwater tank in his home in Puerto Rico. He's got a house down in Puerto Rico, and they built him a custom tank and stuff.
Is Jake Paul that skinny blonde guy with a big nose?
Jake Paul's the one who's thinks he's a boxer, but he's a YouTuber.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, yeah, exactly that one.
Yeah,
Okay, okay, yeah. You see it? Yeah,
look,
I don't know
that's it.
the
Yeah,
body.
that's it. He's here zucking around. Look, see, Rob can boast that Rob can boast that he's had Joey on his lives, but I've had Mark Zuckerberg on mine.
It is. It is. Beat that, Joey. Sorry, all respect to you, Joey, but we got the Zuck. But it's really
I've-
cool. It's really awesome, actually, that a big channel like Joey's is actually going
yeah,
around and
he likes to promote smaller channels, doesn't he?
hmm yeah, yeah,
So Rob says his wife smells a fish, but she does work in a fishmonger's, so that might be why.
yeah. But
So
Rob is into that disco family, you know, so I think that's
just
okay.
before I wrap up, then, so we've got a bit of a plan for the internet in the shrimp room. we know that we're really struggling from the house, but I'm going to cable from the back of the router into the garage, and I'm going to set up a completely different router in the garage that only the garage has access to. So hopefully my streams from the garage should be good.
You're investing.
Oh, I know it is, Rob. I know it is. Come on then. What fish has the biggest mouth? Smallmouth bass.
Did you guys know that Gary Newman is actually older than Gary Oldman? It is.
Probably, yeah.
It is. Yes, it is. I know
We've
stupid stuff like that.
we've got a soap opera in the UK called EastEnders,
I know that.
and
My ex used to watch it.
well, there's a woman in there who's actually Gary Oldman's sister.
For real? Who?
Yeah, Mo, Big Mo, whatever name is.
Big Mom. I don't know her.
She's
I know Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Isn't that's him, huh?
Bob Ross painting by numbers.
Oh no, no, sorry. Then it's what's the guy that played in EastEnders, but also does like documentaries on the world's most dangerous gangs and stuff. Rob,
Oh,
Bob,
Ross Kemp. Ross Kemp.
Ross Kemp. Thank you, Ross, Bob, Rob. You know
The
that
Gary
guy,
joke. What Gary joke?
Fish Alden.
Fish Oldman. Gary Oldman. Oh yes. Oh, you got a sub then. Yeah, you got a sub. The
Good morning, Craig.
when I hear that, hi Craig. The when I hear Craig's thinking, why is Glenn live at this hour? The when I hear the name Gary, it always reminds me of an episode of Only Fools and Horses, where they bring an illegal into the country accidentally, and this kid, I think he's Iranian, he can't speak anything. He always shouts, "Gary, Gary." Anyway, I'm morning, Craig. You're appearing on mine as I'm disappearing. I'm not sure who's going live. Jeff says I think Wizzle's going live. Jeff was going live at 9 Eastern Standard, which is 2 o'clock in the UK or 3 o'clock in
Europe,
Belgium.
Western Europe. Yep, Belgium, and the rest of
Um,
Western Europe
Layla
here.
Morse, yeah, Gary Oldman's sister is Big Mo. I
Oh,
think her name is Layla Morse. Yeah, Gary Oldman's sister. Yeah,
and that's the bombshell of the evening, people.
yeah. So that's I know him from playing Dracula and the Batman in the Batman
Bela
film.
Lugosi is the best Dracula ever, man.
Bela Lugosi.
Yes. Oh,
Do you,
yes.
do you know a song called Bela Lugosi's Dead?
Of course, man. Who's that again? Bauhaus? No,
It's
that's
not.
that's. Yeah, I
It
listen
could.
to that like on a daily stuff like that. I listen to a lot of new wave.
It could be Bauhaus.
It's not Bauhaus, it's the other guys. It's again brain fart. Damn it.
Bela Lugosi. Um,
Yeah. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
I tell you what, you've got a really eclectic music knowledge then if you listen to that, because
It's
that's
because
quite
I was
quite a,
always the youngest one from my friends, and I went to we have like youth houses, so it's like a pub, but it's meant
yeah,
for youth, and so I was starting out into punk and metal, and stupidly it was like right behind the corner for where I live, and they all
yeah.
listened to the same styles of music, but it was new wave, um,
See, I was
punk,
around at the start of the
old rock,
goth, so I was.
country. Yeah, exactly. But also metal, punk, country, blues,
Yeah,
anything that is a little bit more alternative, basically.
the
And
the
that's why,
Cramps.
yeah, those guys took me under their wing, and that's how I rolled into a lot of music styles that not a lot of people from my age will listen to.
Kaz says it is Bauhaus.
Is it Bauhaus? Yay! See,
Bela Lugosi is dead. Susie and
that's
the
an awesome song.
Banshees and the Cramps
Susie and
and
the Banshees.
all them lot.
Yeah,
Loved it.
Susie
I
is
was
pretty
there.
cool.
So I
She's
was
still
about,
performing, by the way.
wow, I was about 15, 16, and I've always been tall. So we used to go to a bar in Coventry called the Dog and Trumpet, because it was
Yes.
underneath the HMV store, the Dog and the Trumpet, and the amount of hair lacquer I used to backcomb my hair with, and
That's pretty cool. I wanted to see you guys back in
yeah,
those days. I would
backcomb
have
my hair.
partied with you guys.
Used to wear my granddad's old coat, like full length coat type thing,
By the
hair
way,
like
oh,
that.
sorry.
Mosh
Yeah.
pits. Kaz was an original punk as well. Guys, I'm gonna cut it here. So there's you've got loads of options. Craig might go live. Might go live.
And Rob's got pubes.
Rob's got pubes like a punk. I'm going to end with one joke. Do you know why pubes are curly?
I wouldn't know.
Because if they were straight, they'd poke your eyes out. Right, I'm sure somebody's going to go live. Thanks, everybody. Much appreciated, as always, Joff. Thanks for coming on early, Rob.
My pleasure, man. Thank you. Thanks a lot for having me.
An off-stream thanks to Rainer as well for coming on and showing us his beautiful tanks. And I've got to say, that tank is stunning, man.
Thank you very much, man. That really
Absolutely stunning.
that really does a lot to me. Really, that means a lot to me.
It makes me want to escape something.
And to say that I was always embarrassed and not sure to show this tank to people. I was like,
Beautiful.
would it be good enough? Well, thank you.
Take care, everybody. Good night.
Take care, everybody.
Thanks, Josh.
Bye.
Catch you all tomorrow.